Hey, smack 'em a gob, everybody. It is I, Dr. Fuck with.
Oh yeah, the Ayatollah alcoholic and Wadley. It's Wadzilla, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Ian. I want to show you something. What
Oh,
my
okay.
what I just got in the mail, my killer girlfriend sent me it because
Nice.
I told her my favorite Judas Priest logo is the one that's on Sad Wings of
Nice.
Destiny and Sin After Sin. And
Right on.
look at this shirt she sent me, bro. Come on,
That's killer.
come on. That's the
That's
coolest.
killer.
Yeah, the coolest Judas Priest logo. Something that, And a little tidbit, Dick Twatkins just told me, KK Downing said if it was up to him, they'd always have that logo.
Nice. Nice. You know what's funny is last week's episode when we did the Judas Priest Sin After Sin versus Stained Class. So when I do these episodes, I like to have you see, we're talking about W.A.S.P today. I got the W.A.S.P background. I always like to get some cool backgrounds for the show. And so I go on the internet, try to download some shit that's got, good quality, good picture. There was one that was like a really good fucking Sad Wings of Destiny, but it had the new Judas Priest logo, with the fucking
I
the
hate that logo.
symbol.
I hate
I
that
know,
logo.
I know you do. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Fuck!" The quality of the picture was so good. I'm like, if I put Ralph's gonna eat my ass alive if I
Oh yeah, I
post this.
will. I'll
And,
just
and and I don't even like it. I want, it should fit the times. It should be that. And it just sucks that it was like the highest quality picture, but like the logo, like, no, that is so not right. For Sad Wings, you need that fucking classic fucking, the Priest logo, the original. So yeah, I get it, man. That's awesome, man. Awesome. And awesome to mention about this is going to be a future episode. I don't know when it's going to come up because we're going to have to schedule this shit. But we're going to do a BOC track by track.
don't say
It,
anything. I haven't
okay.
made the call yet.
Okay.
I mean, let's not announce something that's not 100% secure.
Okay. Never mind.
It
Never
will
mind.
be Boys the Call episode coming soon, but don't go no further than that.
All right. It's a secret, super secret episode.
Super
All right.
secret. It's a super secret treaties episode.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, let's go into what we're starting to do now. Because iTunes. You're right. I got to get over that. People don't go to iTunes anymore.
You actually did you actually go look?
Oh, I go look. Maybe not every week, but every other week, I still go
Wow.
and see.
And there's nothing there, right?
Yeah, not as much, but I'm a creature of habit. That's for years would go to that, and iTunes used to be the gold standard, for the shit, but now we're transitioning. It's more a YouTube thing, so we're going to the YouTube comments. Let's see what's going on here.
I wonder if anybody still uses the AOL chat rooms.
Yeah, with America Online.
I
But
had that. I had AOL.
oh, I did too, man. That shit sucked.
Yeah. I was on the 56K. Oh man, that shit was fucking looking back now, man. God, that was hellacious.
I remember getting so excited when I got like my first like home computer system, and the first movie I watched, I was able to watch Death Race 2000 on America Online, with dial up and shit, and I thought it was like the coolest. And like looking back now, the quality was probably so horrible, but at the time it was pretty fucking neat. All right, but let's go into the right now. And here's one thing I want to say. We got a shit ton, like we're definitely, like I said, doubling, almost tripling our numbers on YouTube. But what's pissing me off is the likes. I'm seeing all these views and so little likes. That is the easiest fucking thing to do. I don't care if you're watching on your phone or at home, dude. Hit that fucking like button.
You
And
know,
you know what I'm
yeah, if you hit the like button, it's good for the YouTube Algorithms.
Exactly, exactly, and well, I've read some different things, and they say what's the most important for the anal rhythms is the views, but still the likes help, subscriptions help, but I'm like all these people watching it, and fucking it's ridiculous the likes compared to the views. And what pisses me off though is I like seeing the thumbs down shit. I wish they never would have took that away. Like
Well,
it's still there. It's still there, but it won't show you how many people hit it. You know, fucking pussies.
unless you manage to pay. I can see the dislikes.
Okay, can you see on our last episode how many dislikes we have?
All right, let me check.
Because I'm just curious. Because I believe that shit's fair. Like fuck your feelings. I miss that shit when you could see that. I think they took it away, what it was like 2 or 3 years ago, they took that bullshit away. Like they have the option, but you can't see it. Like, get the fuck out of here.
One dislike.
One dislike. Awesome.
And the one before it, one dislike. The one before it, one dislike. The one before it, one dislike. The one before that one, which was what was that? The Smithereens. No dislikes.
Wow.
No dislikes on the Smithereens. No dislikes on the Onslaught. Two dislikes on Megadeth. What's this one? Grim Reaper. One dislike. Ace Frehley. One dislike. How can we only have one dislike with you, like talking about AIDS Frehley and he died of AIDS the whole goddamn episode, and only one dislike? Boy, that's disappointing.
Because everybody knows how he really died.
On YouTube Live, one dislike. All right, zero dislikes on No More Tears. We did that? I don't even remember that shit. Oh wow, three dislikes on Strange Highways. What the fuck?
Wow.
What the fuck did you say on that episode, Ian?
Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah, it has to be. All right, Revenge of Alice Cooper, zero dislikes. Sabotage, zero dislikes. Alice Cooper Flush to Fashion, one dislike. The Beatles Revolver, zero dislikes. Ted
Okay,
Nugent,
so I'm seeing a trend here. There's not a lot of people hating this shit, but what I'm saying, you're watching this, it takes no effort. It's like the same page you click on. Just hit the fucking like button if you like this shit.
last one's got 53 likes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but what's the views on it?
591.
Exactly. And only that many likes. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Just hit the like button, you sons of bitches.
Fucking
You know?
so pissed. Ian's such an upset character. I don't give a
very-
fuck. Don't like it. Dislike them all. God damn it.
If it was almost human, you'd care.
Yeah, of course, 'cause I make money there. I don't make shit here.
Exactly.
Hey, but you got to commend me. I still do it, don't I?
You do.
You fucks saying that I'm an egomaniac. Why would I still do this show if I was an egomaniac? Why would I do this show with a guy that violently hates shit I like? For free. Because I love Ian. I love free speech. And fuck it, man. I love doing this show. And it is a labor of love. Totally a labor of love. I do it for free, man. I don't do I ever cancel, Ian? Do I ever?
No.
I can't do it because I got to do track by tracks. I don't do none of that shit. My ego is fucking low as fuck. But there's. I'll mention one stupid bitch, but I won't mention. I won't mention her name. She was the girlfriend of a guy that we used to have on the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like a hillbilly bitch. She talked like.
Oh, okay.
But she actually believed like how I would say, "You ride my coattails. I'm better than you. She actually believed it that I thought that way.
Did she write you something or something?
No, she told the boyfriend, and the boyfriend told me when they broke up.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
the boyfriend had a way bigger ego than I can ever have.
Oh, okay. Well, I know what you're talking about then.
Now you know who I'm talking about, right?
But what I'm saying though, and this is precisely the matter, we do this. It's a simple thing. If you like this, if you're enjoying it, help us out a little bit and hit that because it does help. Because it's one of those things. It's like I never see this in my feed, even though every time we do an episode, I like this shit, and I do all this stuff, but it doesn't show up in people's feeds. And if you fuckers hit this shit, hit the like button, do that, it's going to spread the word. And that way we can get more dislikes. And I'd be happy with that just to know we're offending people. God
No,
damn it.
I mean, come on. We've been hated since day one.
I know, but I want to offend more people. That's just me.
Right.
All right, well, here we go. Let's go to the comments here. And I love this one. This one just came out. This is the newest one. Absolutely Pointless Sound says, I still listen to this show on the Podbean app. There are times where I've watched it on my laptop, but I prefer the Podbean version because without having the music in the background, it doesn't feel like RMCP. And that's something I think is cool because I do miss that era of the show. And I understand why it's changed because Ralph does have like a ton more going on and the Almost Human channel, which does make money, unlike this show. But I think that's something like back in the day when you would add the like sound effects and stuff like that. And I know so many people, like my wife included, Chris Sinzak and his wife, like their favorite moment of this show is when you used to add like, we talk about Andrew Jacobs' wife and you would add Come to My Window and stuff. And they're like, oh my God, that was like gold. That's like piss your pants laughing. And that doesn't happen anymore. And I get that. And I'm not bitching, I'm not complaining because what you do with your other channels makes money. And that's what you got to do. Make that money, brother. But I get people who like that part of the show and I respect that because that's old school. Like if you know that kind of shit, the old school stuff of Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. But there's also what we have, let's be real, what we have to do here. And this, I think, is best for us. And what we're doing now is putting it up like this, putting it up on YouTube. If you like the music in the background, you do have that option. I love that people have choices, but the numbers don't lie. A lot of people like to just watch this on YouTube. So that's awesome. But maybe take a chance and check out the other ones because I think it is neat when you have like the little extra bells and whistles.
No, I will say, I agree with pointless chatter, whatever his name was. If I had a choice, I would listen to Podbean because I love the music I play on it. I really do. That's something I look forward to when we're done recording. When we're done recording, I sit here, I grab the video, I put it in the Vegas, and then I add songs without even listening to the podcast. I just add songs all the way through. Then when we get into the band we're talking about, I'll play the band. And then I'll just play whatever the fuck. Where before, dude, I would spend hours because we're doing the news and you're like, well, Tommy Lee, so I got to play a Motley Crue song. So Doc Lynn, I got to play a Dawkins song. Fuck all that shit. That shit was tedious. It took too long. And then some stories were too long. Some stories were too short. And it was tedious. So I love the way it flows now. And we get a lot of people leaving comments about this. Certain people don't know certain songs we're playing.
I think in a fair and just world, we would have our own Fred Norris. We would have somebody who like does all the other shit so we could just do our thing. But what you do takes a lot of time, and I think a lot of people don't realize it, who don't do shows realize how much time it takes to add all that stuff.
But adding music now doesn't take me that much time. It really doesn't.
But like the bells and whistles we used to have in the old days, that took a lot of time. And it was great, and those episodes are still there. Go check them out. But, there's the reality of, like, you have multiple channels now. It's not just this. Back then, we were just doing this. So I get that, But hey, there's different ways to check out the show. Check them out both. It's so good. Listen to it twice. Fuck it. But if you're watching on YouTube, hit like, you fucking cocksuckers. All right.
By the way, my YouTube channel turns 19 years old this year.
Nice.
Fucking crazy, right? 19 fucking years.
Well, we're coming up, like, this is going to be our
14th. Well, no, 11th.
No, 12th year of doing the podcast. But yeah, that's how I found you, was on, the Black Sabbath page with your YouTube.
I came in YouTube at the right time, bro. That's why I'm doing pretty well on YouTube. Because there's people today that are new that are actually better than me. That I really like, wow, these guys, but they don't do shit because the YouTube is cluttered. It's hard to get known. But when you started back when I did and never gave up and always gave content for almost 2 decades now, dude, people are gonna, gravitate. Yeah, I've lost a lot of people, but that comes with the territory, dude. There's like one guy the other day, you know what? I can't take your negativity no more. I was talking bad about Animalize. I'm leaving. I can't take it. Yeah, exactly.
Really? He can't take judgment on Animalize.
Yeah, because it was, as he said, it was a great Kiss record. And he left. Now, that's the type of people that were following me before, but they just had enough of an opinion that wasn't theirs. They couldn't stand it anymore. Hey, we could talk about some people that were dedicated fans of ours that left because of my opinion of bands they love. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it comes with the territory. If you're going to be successful at the game of YouTube or successful in anything, you need a healthy amount of haters, or you ain't shit.
Yeah. Ain't shit. Well, I think where you succeed so well on Almost Human is the amount of content you have and the length of the content you have. Where ours are very lengthy, it's a special kind of breed that's gonna set aside so much time to listen to stuff.
Well, but when you do, the thing is, Ian, there's a lot of people that listen to us that's on commute to work or at work or a commute back from work. They do it like not really at home. They're doing it to pass time while they're on the road or at work. That's where I notice a lot of people. They like listening to this shit to time. I mean, how cool is it to be at work and get to hear us two fucking jab away, with our retarded.
Oh yeah. No, but there's, especially with a younger audience, though, you have amazing target videos because, especially like your track by tracks, you can do a 5-minute to like 7-minute track by track that is still insightful. It's still like, you still cover everything, but it's a short bite. Like all these kids I work with, I have a job where there's a lot of downtime. I am the rare guy at my job. I watch movies. I watch TV shows. Everybody else is TikTok, short videos on YouTube because they need that attention span. They got to have that. And you deliver insightful content in small amounts in a large, a large amount of video. Every day you have multiple videos, which helps, the algorithm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a master at that. Whereas ours is like, you're gonna take a lot of time. Like, look at all of our episodes. It's an hour before we get, an hour plus before we get to what we're even fucking talking about. So you have to be dedicated to the subject. You have to have patience, and for a younger generation, like what you're doing is awesome. And I commend you for it because I mean it's killer, and I'm so glad it's paying off.
Well,
I don't care about us making money. I just want people to enjoy it. But for what you're doing and what you put into it is awesome.
It's my job now. Mm-hmm. I'm retired, but I retired, but now I'm doing. And believe me, it's not really as easy as it is. But
no. Not at all.
But I will say it's the easiest goddamn job I've ever done, you know.
Oh
But
yeah, and it's something where you like it, but like even like
and I
this.
and I do it on my time. I don't have to. Oh, I gotta be here. I gotta do my YouTube at this
Right.
time. No, no. I do it on my time. I'm retired when I'm home. Usually, I do my track by tracks before bed. You know, right before
Right.
bed, after I'm done with my day, I get my track by tracks together, and I'll give a little secret that I do on my track by track. Sometimes I do like up to 4 track by tracks a night, right? And what I do is every time I'm done with one track by track, I change my shirt to make it look like I did it at.
No,
And
but I mean that's little
I'm
tricks.
also look. I am the barefoot YouTuber. I don't know if
Oh,
you.
I saw you change your name. That's disgusting. Put on some shoes.
Well, here I'm the barefoot podcaster.
I saw you added that, and I can't believe that somebody would complain that you didn't have
Two
shoes on.
people. Two people. One guy, and believe me, these comments are burned in my memory. One of the comments, for God's sakes, put some shoes on. All right. That was the first one. The second one, hey, can we open a GoFundMe to buy you shoes? I was like, I'm the barefoot YouTuber. You know?
You know what? Just take the money and then spend it on drugs. That's what I would do. You know.
You know, and what was the other one I got the other day? Somebody wrote, "Would you stop saying Paul Stanley of Kiss? We're sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of it." Like, oh, you're talking for everybody, dude. I swear to God, if you go on that
Me
same,
and my imaginary friend. Oh, I gotta piss. Keep bitching about the audience.
all right, well, I'll tell you all. This guy that said we're, he played out, we're tired of it. If you look at that same video, the other comments, there's several that say they love the Paul Stanley, and one of them actually time stamped every time I said it on the video. And I'm like, dude, I'm not, and I'm not doing it constantly because people love it. I just love doing it, you know? But there's some people out there that don't like it, and I get it. What I don't get is them having to tell me. It's like I don't get that. Like I'm watching a video on YouTube and some guy's doing something I don't agree with. I'll go to the next video. I don't find why I have to leave a comment to somebody that obviously a lot of people watch his videos and have no problem with, you know? But as I was saying, haters are really good at success. And that goes for you think about the most successful people in the world. Right? Elon Musk, very hated. Taylor Swift, very hated. Metallica, very hated. Beyonce, very hated.
Ace
Jay-Z.
Frehley.
The more popular you are, the more hated people are. So, dude, there's an honor to be hated. It is a part of the whole thing is if they hate you, you become more popular, you know? And of course, with the hate, you got the love. And that's what keeps me going is these people that love my dumbass. They love the shit I do. The people that hate it, it's like, yeah, but they love it, so this ain't for you later. You know what I'm saying? All right.
That's what I love about Rockin' Pod. We're the most hated podcast at Rockin' Pod, but also very loved.
Yeah. And that was a beautiful thing, especially the first one where people were fucking walking out on us.
That was the best.
I was very proud. Very proud.
I love that when I see your Almost Human videos. When you can't see me because you stand up and you're ripping it. But when we're sitting at the table, you show the part where you're ripping the Sammy Hagar. And to be part of that, to be there and to know how many people we pissed off and chased out of there. And then, like we've said it before a million times on this show, you fast forward 2 years and we had standing room only when we did a live show. So it's pretty crazy, you know.
I loved when we were up on stage at the first Rocket Pod and other people are doing their podcast and I'm yelling, your mother's a whore, like real loud so I can end up on the podcast.
Oh, they hated us. And again, second year we weren't allowed to do a live show. Third year we did a live show, and we had the best. It was standing room only, and I'm so proud of that, man. It was wow. You know, that's Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Goddamn it.
We're the best.
All right.
We're the best.
Holy shit.
And we haven't lost shit. You know, we still got that same fire from day one.
Yeah.
I mean, well, from day one, but the only difference is we're now doing it with one less retard.
Yeah. Still one retard, but you lost one.
Yeah, no, we're both retarded, but we dropped one. You know, now it's only two retard. We used to be the three retard show. Now we're the two retard show.
Well, and this is how good we are. That was only the first comment. Let me keep going here. Zoo Station 69. He says, do Motley Crue's Saints of Los Angeles for the 400th episode.
Fuck no. No.
Hell no.
No. And I love Zoo Nation. That is a dedicated viewer of not only my
yeah,
but he's a big of the podcast as well. But no, dude, come on.
Yeah.
That shit I would do on my channel, but you gotta pay me. Like, hey, Ian, you don't know. There's always people that leave comments going, hey, do this and that. And I'm like, I don't think that's fair for me to do that since people are paying me to do it. But then there's people that say, hey, Ralph, do Sammy Hagar Music Machine versus HSAS or something like that. And I'm like, really? For free? I'm going to listen to fuck that. I will never do crappy albums anymore for free. I've done them for years. Me and Ian has done it for years. We did so many crappy albums like Galactic Cowboys for donations, but that was for money. Now, fuck that. I make my money listening to crappy shit. I don't do that shit for free.
Dude, I just saw you put up a video today. I didn't get a chance to watch it. But I'm like thinking to myself, who in the fuck would pay for this? But it was like Van Hagar versus U2's Unforgettable Fire. I don't remember what.
Yeah. That was that was
oh yeah. And I'm a U2 fan, but I'm like, who would pay for this? But God bless them, for putting money in your pocket.
That shit went back and forth, dude. It wasn't no clean sweep. Those both there's some shitty songs that won that shit. God damn, U2's terrible. And you know what's funny? I have that album. I've never listened to it. I got a stack of albums that had a bunch of albums in there that I never. Yeah. I have Unforgettable Fire, and I got another U2 album. I think it may be Joshua Tree. I haven't listened to either. That is such a fucking terrible band. I hate that band. People are, oh, well, yeah, man, I don't like U2 either, but hey, man, you gotta love Sunday Bloody Sunday. I'm like, how about D's Nuts Bloody Sunday? Fuck that song, man. And that stupid album, Forgettable Fire. In the name of love.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh! Oh no, of course you love that song. Because that song was mega huge. You couldn't escape it. That shit was like living on a prayer in the 80s. You heard it everywhere you went. One man stood on an electric fence. One man come and go. Fuck that shit. That shit sucks. But, I like it. But I love Bono because he's saving the world.
All right. Jim Balduff, 1202 says, my first Judas Priest album was Stained Class. I love it. It is my favorite. Invaders rules. After that, I got all the other albums. Unleashed is my second favorite. Sabbath is great, but Judas Priest got me into metal. Awesome. Jean-Paul By41 says, Ralph, Sad Wings 5, Stain 4. King
how about Ian, Sad Wings 5? I mean, he's part of the show too.
Yeah.
I'm sticking up for you, Ian.
Yeah, I don't matter. King Igor says, I give Wolfgang all due credit for bringing DLR back. Still not enough to champion mediocre music by mediocre talent. He's not his father by any stretch of the imagination. If he was really cool, he would have gotten Michael Anthony back as well and stepped aside for the best of for Van Halen music. A Different Kind of Truth is good, but it could have been even better with Michael. He's essential to Van Halen's sound. Wolf's got better taste in the music he listens to than the music he makes, though. He seems like a nice person. I agree with a lot of that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put Chinatown on Different Kind of Truth with Michael Anthony. He can't play
Yeah.
that. Technically, Wolfgang is way better than Michael Anthony. And hey,
Oh yeah.
he doesn't have a better voice than Michael Anthony as far as harmonies go, but he's a better singer than because he can at least sing. Michael Anthony
Yeah.
can't sing unless Eddie's there singing with him. That's where Michael Anthony shines. Where Wolfgang can sing background, and I mean, he was so good at the background that people thought that they were piping Michael Anthony in, and people still do think that with zero proof. I love people; they know so much, but yet they're judging it from a fucking cell phone recording.
Well, I think the whole thing with Michael Anthony is the epitome of, like, we all have bands that we love that we wish the original lineup was together. Because it's something in our heads. It's not in our ears. You know what I mean? You visually, you want to see those people, but there could be better musicians and better shit, like that, but you want what you used to have. Even if it's not better, you just want the old stuff.
Look, I understand that. And if it was up to me, I would have loved to have Michael Anthony back. I'm not saying Michael Anthony, Wolfgang's better than Michael. I'm just saying certain songs I don't think he could play. But the bottom line is Michael Anthony is Van Halen more than Wolfgang. I know Wolfgang got born into it, but Michael Anthony is the epitome of Van Halen. But I will also say Michael Anthony was the Ian Wadley of fucking Van Halen because he rode their coattails. He didn't bring he did not bring anything into the studio that
you're pissing some people off right now.
It's serious. What did Michael Anthony contribute to any Van Halen song?
Are you saying I'm that useless?
No, you rule. Michael Anthony rule. I just, I said Michael Anthony's awesome as long as he has coattails. And that's just like you. You're awesome because you ride my coattails.
There you go. All right. What do we got here? RMCP Mark. A Judas Priest question for Ralph. When you saw the Ramp It Down tour, did you know that it was going to be the last show at the Hollywood Spectrum? Ralph, you responded, yes, I did. Even Ralph announced it that night. That had to be heartbreaking. Did you know it ahead of time?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew. It actually technically wasn't the last show at the Sportatorium. There was a country artist that played after that.
Oh, that don't count.
Yeah, it was the last show I went to, and Rob Halford said on stage, and you know what? It's on YouTube. There is
nice.
The full show of the Sportatorium on the Ram It Down tour is on YouTube, but it was at the Hollywood Sportatorium, which is in a part in Florida that's called Pembroke Pines, about 30 miles north of Miami, where on YouTube it says Judas Priest in Miami. But it wasn't Miami, it was Pembroke Pines. Right. But still, the whole show's on YouTube, and you can see the clip of Rob telling everybody this is the last show in the Sportatorium. That place is historic. Led Zeppelin played there in 71. Elvis played there. The greatest show I ever saw in my life, Fair Warning, was there, but I saw all the Van Halen 80 shows there. Dude, Sabbath, Kiss, all the fucking classic shows. And all the 80s shows, man, I was there. Right. I witnessed the Scorpions at their height and Ted Nugget and it was fucking awesome. Done with Mirrors tour with Ted Nugent and Aerosmith. Fuck yeah, that was brutally good.
See, if enough of you people would hit the like button, Ralph could make enough money to buy the Sportatorium and open it back up again.
It's a Sedano's. Sedano's is like a Cuban supermarket. And in the back of Sedano's is where the stage was, and I went there.
Oh, are you serious? It's a supermarket now?
Yeah, and I went there. Well, actually, check out how the Sportatorium was back then. The Sportatorium was in the middle of a forest. It was
Right,
miles and miles and miles of
right. I
before,
remember you
and
saying that.
and like going back to the city miles and miles, there was a Holiday Inn in the middle of those trees and the Sportatorium, but everything else. Now all the trees are knocked down. It's all houses, homes, and
Oh, really?
and the Sportatorium is located where the Sedanos is, and the back has they said this is where the stage was. So I went with my ex-girlfriend, taking pictures of me, just this is
That,
this like if I ever was to die, fucking throw my ashes in the back of Sedano's, you know?
yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
All
so yeah,
right.
and what a show, dude. What a show. What a show to end it, huh? And Priest was on fire. They did the first time I saw him do Beyond the Realms of Death was that night. And it was fucking epic.
Thomas Newby 989288 says Gary Coleman gave a "what are you talking about" bitch to his wife and pushed her down the stairs. That's
No,
true.
it was the other way around. She pushed him down the stairs.
Oh, okay.
He died that way.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, you got it wrong, Thomas Newby. Uh, Kopi27 says, brilliant episode as always. Why not put three albums against each other? This was extremely difficult but for me, Stained Class 5, Sad Wings 4, top three, Sin After Sin, Screaming for Vengeance, Stained Class. Bottom three, both Ripper albums, Redeemer of Souls. Painkiller almost belongs there, so overrated. I never ever play it. I got
Wow.
into Priest in early 1984. Already was a Kiss and Maiden fan. In early 1984, 12-year-old me, just having a daily dose of beans and toast, caught Priest on TV, the rock pop at Dermot 1983 live show. That's a legendary show, by the way. And they blew my mind. Been a huge fan ever since. For those of you who don't know, the Dermot 1983 show, I believe that was in Germany, and that was a festival where they had a stage at each end of the arena, and they
Yeah.
were going from one to the other. And Maiden was there, and Priest, and Michael Schenker,
Def Leppard.
Scorpions,
Def Leppard was
Scor-
there.
yeah, Scorpions.
Crocus.
Uh, yeah, and then he says, "Oh, and by the way, you guys should do an episode on Opeth." Yeah, hey, I'm all about studying for episodes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude, I'm with that dude as far as Painkiller being overrated. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Um, if Painkiller's not a bad album, but it'd be so much better if it wasn't Judas Priest. It'd be a better Halloween album, you know?
yeah.
More one that-
I disagree, but it is what it is, you know.
but I agree with that dude. And he said another thing that's very interesting. Why not do three albums track by track? That'd be cool.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I know you've said it, nauseum almost. You know how much you think Painkiller's overrated. But would you take Painkiller over Turbo and Ram It Down?
Yes.
Do you think that Painkiller is so fondly looked upon because of the two albums that preceded it being so subpar?
Well, honestly, it didn't do well. It didn't really take off. Painkiller, I think, what did it go? Gold, maybe?
Yeah, I went gold.
Yeah, it didn't really blow up. So it wasn't like, huge. So I don't know. I think Ram It Down and Turbo sold more, right? I'm sure Turbo.
I think Turbo definitely sold more. I don't know about Ram It Down. Ram It Down, I think, was definitely a step down as far, because that's something I was there for that. I was the guy, I was waiting for. I came in during Turbo, bought Priest Live, was waiting for Ram It Down, was disappointed with Ram It Down. And when Painkiller came out, man, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's It's so heavy. I get what you always say about it is you feel it's too one dimensional. It doesn't have the light and the shade that a lot of classic Priest albums have. Too many songs sound similar. I get that. I just love the heaviness. I think it's awesome. But I think by that time the damage was done to Priest. Um, Not only that, but I mean, look at by the time that came out, everything was already towards the glam shit. Like they went back heavy. They went glam for Turbo, and then they kind of turned it back down for Ram It Down, but it didn't do near as well. And then they're like, okay, fuck this. We're going super heavy for Painkiller. But at that time, when it came out, it didn't matter. It mattered to me. But I'm saying, I remember a good friend of mine when it first came out. I got it, and we're listening to it in the car. And he was much more like, Skid Row. That was like his kind of bag. And he's like, this is too, it's too heavy for me. I don't like it. And I think for the majority of the audience at that time, they were kind of like that.
Well,
So,
I think the song Painkiller is one of the greatest Judas Priest songs ever.
yeah.
And it's not like I dislike the album. I just feel like my Judas Priest is like a real heavy metal album with something like When the Night Comes Down on it. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
Fever. Throw in something like that. Desert Plains, in the middle of all the heaviness. That's what I loved. And there wasn't none of that. And on Painkiller, the rare occasion it kind of was there. I don't like that song. What's
Yeah.
it?
Touch of Evil. I love
I,
it.
I don't like that song.
Love it.
It's too, oh, we're trying to be Kashmir shit. It just didn't work for me. It didn't work for them either, but still, it wasn't no Fever. It wasn't something that was like so, you know, out in left field, kind of mellow and different. It still was heavy. It still was a heavy song, but they were trying to lighten it a bit and just didn't work. But yeah, I'm with that dude all the way. Painkiller's overrated, but I don't hate it. Painkiller, um, Hell Patrol, All Guns Blazing, and Nightcrawler. Four
Yeah.
killer Judas Priest songs.
All right. Jimmy James Schwartz says, fun episode as always. I would love to see a track by track between Kill 'Em All and Show No Mercy. In my opinion, the two best debuts of the Big Four. Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be a tough one.
I
That'd be
think
awesome.
Slayer, I believe Slayer would wipe the floor. Seriously. I think
Yeah,
it would wipe the floor. I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head, man.
see
'Cause-
that's one of those I don't know because you're much more accustomed to like separating, having to separate the track. I was like, in my opinion, I like Show No Mercy more.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
I was there and I bought them both when they were brand new.
right, right, but Kill 'Em All, man, I love me some Kill 'Em All.
I love
So
them too. I love it too. But
I,
yes,
I'd have
and I
I'd
and
have
I
to see how they fall.
and I agree with Jimmy James. It's the two of the best of the big four. It is.
Oh yeah,
I agree with
oh
him
yeah.
there. But
All right,
Show No Mercy's way better, I think.
all right. Zachary B98 says for the 400th episode, I think you should do Black Sabbath ending spectacular. Compare Forbidden, Iommi Fused, The Devil You Know, and 13. Throw in some Dio Years songs, reunion bonus songs, and that end bonus CD from the last tour if you want. Talk about each album and your history, ranking the albums best to worst, and then do a final reflection on Black Sabbath. Since Black Sabbath, we know, is Black Sabbath, fully laid to rest with the death of Ozzy and Dio. I doubt Iommi would do another album with Tony Martin. You also haven't done reviews of any of these albums, so it'd be easier to throw them all into one episode, especially with the hate of 13.
Yeah, the thing is, I can answer that in one word. No. You know. I'm
All
not.
right.
I'm not sitting through 13. Fuck that noise. Not for free. I am.
Lowell K6S says, in my humble opinion, none of these heritage bands with just one or two original members is the band anymore. I hate how some of them just go on and on and on. Great listen, lads.
Hey, look,
Uh,
look. Here's just a little reality for you. What the fuck are they gonna do? It's better for them to go out there and make money off gullible people that really think they're gonna go see Rat or Dokken. You know, there's money to be made there. What's better, to go play the suckers or to watch dishes? I
yeah.
agree with you, but the part I'm not agreeing with? Why are you sick of it? Just ignore it. Fuck it. I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna go see Don Dokken or I'm gonna go. Yeah, I vote with my wallet. And there's people that would pay good money to go see shit like that. You know, so man, let some people live. I mean, what? That's all they did in their life was fucking music. They don't know how to do anything else. And if you can make a lot of money going up there and croaking through a set like Don Dokken does or Vince Neil, you know, Motley Crue's going out on tour and fucking, well, that's bullshit. No, it's not bullshit. People love that crap. Let them go make the money and let them play the tapes. I'm not going to be there. Therefore, I don't give a fuck. I have spoken the truth.
That's like Mark Allen Taylor. He can't go out there with like cribs. He's got to go out with fucking freeform.
Well, he's got to go out with the bigger product. Cribs,
All right.
Cribs was the Somali podcast. I don't know if you knew.
I don't even think Mark was part of Cribs, but he was part of something that sucked. All
I'm just glad he wasn't part of Cribs when he was a little baby,
right.
because that means
He should have had Crib.
that mean he'd be dead and we wouldn't have the American podcast, and that would be
Yeah.
a bummer.
If he would have suffered from Crib's death, I know 4 ex-wives who would have been happier. But I love Mark. Hannah Montana says, awesome episode as always. Stained Class is my favorite Judas Priest album, but Sad Wings of Destiny also rules. I hope we get more episodes like this. Y'all never disappoint. Priest owns Maiden any day.
Well, all I got to say to that, dude, is that I hope you dig Wasp, because if you do, you're going to love this episode, because I don't even think we told the people, even though people know because of the headline, we're doing our
Yeah.
top 20 Wasp songs.
There you go.
I'm going to go get some tea. Read the next comment.
All right. Dick Twatkins agrees on John 5 being overrated as a songwriter, but his masterpiece is Marilyn Manson's album Hollywood. I love that album. He says, fucking amazing album. One of the 21st century, one of the greatest of the 21st century. I love it. Ralph Pride thinks it sucks, but he's getting tea, so you don't need to hear him bitch about it.
No. And stop putting words in my mouth, all right? You know, you think, oh, Ralph thinks it sucks. No, I don't think it sucks. I know it sucks.
There you go. All right. The Goof Jackson says, my track by track is Victim of Changes, The Ripper, Dreamer Deceiver. Really tough because I love both songs, but it was so close. Stained Class, Invader, Saints in Hell, Genocide, Beyond the Realms of Death. Epitaph is the worst. I always skip it. And Hero's End. Sad Wings of Destiny 4, Stained Class 5. Although I do... Oh, shit. Hold on. Where'd it go? Although I do like Stained Class more, it was a close one. Ian is a very attractive man, and I would love to suck his cock. That's kind of weird, but you're probably French Canadian. So there you go. Count Ralphus says, for the 400th episode, you should pick top 5 bands to avoid if you don't want ear aids.
Shit,
KB.
I could do that right now. Slipknot, Godsmack, Vangina, Smashing Pumpkins, and Living Color. There you go.
All right. KB Lynn 68 says, I might be in the minority, but my favorite Judas Priest album has always been Point of Entry, followed very closely by Stained Class. You're sitting here with two huge fans of Point of Entry. Dick Twatkins replied today, said, great release, definitely my top 10 Priest albums. I love me some Point of Entry, goddammit. I don't care what Kerry King says. That shit's awesome. Count Ralphus again says, how did Ian not get ear aids? Listening and loving Turbo is beyond me. We got a smiley face at that. Zandig 666 says, LOL buddy. To be honest, I only like Out in the Cold and Turbo off that one, and at times I don't even like Turbo. All right. Furious BFB says another great podcast, another masterpiece. Awesome. Craig Swenson says Mark Balding failure needs to come on the show again. I try every week.
Go back. What do you call him?
Mark Balding failure.
That is fucked up, man.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Mark. Hey, Mark. Just so Mark knows, I'm very offended when I laugh like this. I'm very offended what that guy said. That's fucked up.
I ask Mark every week to come on this show, and he turns me down. He's like, you don't have Almost Humans ratings. I'm not coming on there, but I try. And I tried again this week to do W.A.S.P, and he's like, no. So
I want to say I love Mark. And I'm not saying this to goof on you, Mark, but I am about to goof on you now. Mark does his BS sessions on Thursday nights. He does his live show on Thursday nights. Been doing it for years. And I started doing my show on Thursday nights, right?
Right.
And I think I was in a fight with Mark at the time. And he started bitching to that dumb dude. You know who I'm talking about. The one that is not aware that Cheap Trick's better than Oasis. That guy Mark was telling him, dude, fucking Ralph, man, he's doing his Almost Human show. He's fucking up my Thursday show. Dude, it's the goddamn internet. You can watch it anytime you want. If people watch the BS session, they're not going to go to Almost Human Live and watch it and then not go watch the BS session. Those three people, I'm telling you, those three people will watch the BS sessions, right? But I love Mark, but that way of thinking is so Mark. He's so out there.
All right. Wade Stacy, 37, says, I'd like to hear you guys' top 10 comedy films. And in response to that, Zandig 666 says, yeah, let's hear it. Count me in, man. That could be a fun episode.
That's a great. Write that down, Ian. We'll do that in the future. Top 10 comedy movies. I already know my number one.
Yeah, well, I know my top three hasn't changed since I was in junior high school. But yeah, there'll be some great ones, And I think, you and I agree on a lot, but yeah, definitely a great show for the future.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm not going to disagree with you on anything because there's no Ernest movie in my top 10.
Yeah, nor mine.
Yeah. I know you have like Ernest Goes to the Navy and shit like that, and Pauly Shore movies.
The only Ernest movie in my top 10 would be Ernest Apologizes for Ace Frehley. That shit's funny as hell. Eric Curry, Pincher 5493 says, killer 2-hour long show or 2-hour plus long show. Hell yeah, RMCP fucking rules.
Hell yeah.
Whatever you do for the 400th show, we'll be here for it. Keep doing these track by tracks, good stuff. Schmack 'em a gob.
Fuck yeah, smack him a god, my friend.
All right. Travis Peretta says, "Hail to the podcast Kings Forever. Another great episode. I was the one who asked about the obscure Triumph song on the page, LOL. I love you both very much, and your podcast got me through 2025. You both bring me joy and laughter every time I listen. Even when Ian shits on UFO, well, they suck. You guys rock. Happy New Year to you both." And response, LOL, K6S says, same here. Kill Igor says, Sad Wings of Destiny versus Stained Class. He gives his He gives his opinion here. Exciter, number 2 is a tie. Number 3 is Better by You, Better Than Me. Number 4 is Stained Class. Number 5 is Invader. He said number 6 is Tyrant. Tough choice. Savage, number 7. 8, Beyond the Realms of Death. And Island of Domination is number 9. 2-6 in favor of Stained Class. And ranking, he says, Screaming for Vengeance, Stained Class, Sad Wings of Destiny. Bottom 3, Invisible Shield. 11 song standard edition. 1 skip, number 10, Sons of Thunder. Bottom 5, Sin After Sin, he says half great, half mediocre. Holy shit. And then he says bottom number 6, Defenders of the Faith, half great, half mediocre. Some bangers, few and far in between on the rest of their albums. Interesting take.
That's his opinion.
Yep. Scribble says another killer episode, fellas. The Goof Jackson.
Wait. Stop at Scribble for a second.
Okay.
Scribble the other day, he did like some kind of recover of Ice Ice Baby from Vanilla Ice.
Oh, I did not see that.
Yeah, I don't, not into the rap stuff, but goddamn, he is good. As the kids say, spitting bars. He's good. I mean, that Vanilla, it's like a remake of Ice Ice Baby, but he throws his own take in it. And he's even got that menacing voice. That guy could be huge. You know, I think he would be a big time rapper, you know, but it's hard. You need good management, all that bullshit. But he's really good at what he does, you know. I got to give him that. He did a new metal project I heard not too long ago. And again, I listened to it. I don't like it, but it doesn't sound any different than huge new metal bands that a lot of people do like it. So this Scribble guy is very, very talented at the hip hop game.
Right. Well, I heard one song. I mean, I thought it was like really fucking good. I mean, I thought it was kind of mean. You know, he had this song about Mark Allen Taylor, and he's like, Mark got the fucked up teeth. Every time I smell his breath, I think a fat bitch queef.
You see, that's talented, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's kind of mean. But I mean, he spit that shit right. You know,
I think they're in a war now. Maybe they cleared it up. I don't know. You know, Mark, he's in war. He gets in a war with everybody.
Yeah, you know how those rap beefs go. All right, Goof Jackson. Goof Jackson. Ian loves to because he's a homo and has AIDS. And if I did suck dick, I wouldn't be riddled with AIDS. Like the AIDS dicks of Prince and Cure fans and Smith fans, you suck queer bait. Then again, I'm a French Canadian, so shove it up my ass. Okay, there you go. Goof Jackson.
Hey, you know, I mean, that's a special talent you have, Ian. To have somebody from Canada, of all places, say such vile things.
that is fucked. The nicest people on the earth, the Canadians, hate me. I'm doing something right.
He really hates you, bro.
It's like a grudge fuck, you know. It's like, I think what it is his dad was handsome, you know, and his dad fucked him in the woodshed, and I remind him of his dad. Greg Swenson 434 says, always dig the new episodes from you guys. Well, then hit the like fucking button, motherfucker.
He does. He's one of the few.
Okay, good. I credit your video with Dick Twatkins on BOC for convincing me to buy some of their albums. I'm glad I did. That's fucking awesome. Now that's the shit that makes me happy. Thank you, Craig Swinson.
Yeah.
Evil Eyes 4070. Bardot was against ritual slaughter. That's a reference to Bridget Bardot, the legendary racist who just died.
A legendary racist.
Zandig666 says, at your metal service. I remember skipping school in 1980/1981, listening to Sad Wings of Destiny, Sabbath, Venom. I've learned to love my Priest anthems, man. Songs like United, Take on the World, Rock Hard, Ride Free, classic Priest. Guys, how about another Q&A or start peppering in movies and just your usual hilarious banter? Not funny like a clown, like you amuse us. Well, you get the picture. Yeah, fucking A, man. We're doing all kinds of different shit, you know. I'm game for anything, you know. I'm kind of like, you know, whatever Ralph wants to do, I float with it. I'm just here on coattails. So whatever he wants to do, I'm down with it. I just have fun talking with Ralph. So it doesn't really matter what we're doing. Some shit I enjoy more than others, but the main thing I enjoy is talking with my brother. So as long as we do that, I'm going to be happy. And that is our reviews of the last episode. You guys want to hear?
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys want to hear your name? You want to hear your comment? Make sure you post. And I'm going to try to, I know Ralph can't do this, but I'm going to be like, hey, find out if they hit the like button before we read their shit. Because that's what I'd like to do. Like, if you don't hit like, I ain't going to read your shit, motherfucker.
I don't think
subscribe too.
You know what? I don't think the like button works unless you press the like button after watching the video for, I think, more than 10 minutes, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not like you get on the video and just press like and leave. I don't think it counts.
Oh, okay. You better watch this shit, hit like, and fucking give us some money.
Yeah, like right about now, hit like.
There you go. Yeah, because we've been doing this shit for 2 hours. And now we're just getting to the news.
Yeah.
All right. Black Sabbath's Bill Ward on Mastodon's Brand Daller. He's worthy of all the praise he gets. Ralph, I just did it. I saw a track by track you did. It was fucking Clutch versus Mastodon. I don't think you gave a shit for either band, but what did you think about the drumming on Mastodon? Anything that tickled your fancy?
No, but I did a Mastodon album before that was really good. I don't remember the name of it, but I think it was the same dude donated. And I did a reaction video to a Clutch song that was fucking amazing. Something Texas or something. It was really, really good. So I've heard stuff from Mastodon and Clutch that I really liked. But those two albums, they didn't speak to me.
It's interesting. And I know, like, if you're not of a fan of the band, I know sometimes it's how it hits you. Like, I remember we did an episode on Crowbar where you really shit on Crowbar and then you listen to it again and you love the album.
Yeah.
So sometimes
I did another Crowbar album recently. I didn't like it much.
Yeah.
It had
but
its
sometimes
moment. It had its
sometimes it's where you at, and I get that. You know, it's like, hey, you know, I remember, like, you like to make fun of, like, I liked what was it, the Man of War, the Black Wind, Fire and Steel, or whatever
that's their greatest song, actually.
Yeah, and I like that song, but then I listened to a whole album and I was like, fuck this shit. You know, sometimes it's the mood you're in. Sometimes it's like a song versus a whole album. You know, like you might hear one song like, hey, I get this. And then you listen to the whole album, you're like, get the fuck out of here. So I understand that. Peter Chris says, on battling breast cancer nearly 2 decades ago, God gave me a miracle. Yeah, the miracle is people are buying your new solo album.
That's not nice.
All 20 of them.
Oh man, I'm offended.
There you go, Peter Chris. Uh, George Lynch on Still Touring with Lynch Mob. We actually were not a band, I think, for 24 hours, and then I changed my mind. Change his mind means reality sunk in. If he doesn't call it Lynch Mob, nobody's going to fucking show up, you know?
Yeah, no, bullshit. Bullshit. George Lynch has a name as big as Lynch Mob. And I am going to go see him tomorrow. You know who's singing? He's got a couple singers. You know, one of them is the kid we interviewed in Nashville from the Great White.
That Carlisle dude? Brett Carlisle?
The kid, man. The kid we interviewed.
Yeah. No, that dude's fucking awesome. But I don't know. He had this motherfucker that sang like George Lynch puts out like 37 albums a fucking year. He had this like, I don't know if he was fucking Brazilian or something. He was from another fucking country. He wasn't a fucking American. But this kid, holy fucking sing. And I was like, God damn, he needs to do more shit with this guy. I don't give a. I've never seen George Lynch live. I just want to see this motherfucker play guitar. But yeah, he is so unpredictable and whatever. And like, okay, like social media says this is bad. I'm going to give it up and then I'm going to keep it because I realize if I don't use this name, nobody's going to show up. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I just want to hear George Lynch play George Lynch guitar, man. Guys,
tomorrow. I'm going to go see that tomorrow.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good because I know.
I took a peek at the set list. Nothing but Dawkins songs. Then he ends it with Wicked Sensation.
All right. Well, I mean that's awesome, but I mean like George Lynch is in my top 3 guitar players from the 80s. You know, but you said you've seen like you know, another one that's in my top 3 of the 80s is Warren DeMartini. And you said you've seen Warren DeMartini where he's great. You've seen Warren DeMartini where he sounds like shit. And I believe you said the same thing with George. You know, you've seen where he sounds great and seen where he sounds like shit. So I hope it's a good show.
Yeah, I'm hoping to.
All right. Testament's Alex Skolnick reflects on the only time he felt a sense of competition with another Bay Area thrash band. And if you read the article, he's talking about when Zetro left Testament and went to Exodus. He said other than that, he felt no competition, like everybody was a different band and stuff like that. And I get that because I was curious, you know, I saw the headline like, which band was that? And I get it. If I had to pick between like those two, I'm taking Testament. What would you take over Testament and Zetro era Exodus?
Right. Testament.
Okay. All right.
I like Chuck Billy more as a singer, even though, dude, Zetro blew my mind. When I went to go see that solo show, I really had taken that dude for granted. That guy's great. He is awesome. But Chuck Billy got that 3D voice, you know?
Oh, yeah. Chuck Billy is like a better fucking James Hetfield.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I would. When he does, when it comes to straight up singing, I think he does Hetfield better than Hetfield. And that was my disappointment with the new one. You know, was too much of the death metal shit. When I don't mind when they mix it up because I love shit like Dogface Gods and stuff where he does that growl. But it's like, let this motherfucker be, you know, Chuck Billy, because his voice and it still stands up.
I'll take James Hetfield's voice on Ride the Lightning over any Testament any day.
Okay, I hear that, but I would take Chuck Billy now over James Hetfield. Yeah. When they're singing their natural voice.
but now it doesn't matter, does it? It's the classic shit that matters. You know what I know, who would bullshit.
All right, here we go. Here's somebody I know you talked to on your Almost Human page, which I would love if you could get on our show. But ex-Death Massacre guitarist Rick Ross doesn't believe any one person should get credit for being the godfather of death metal. Uh,
He said that on my show. Was that taken from my show? Huh.
no, it was because I looked at that because I knew you had him on your show. This was taken from the Pod Scum podcast.
Well, he said the same exact thing with the whole
Right,
controversy with Shock and Possess. And he was saying nobody should take credit for that.
right. Do you think there's a chance you could get Rick Ross on our show?
I'll talk to him.
Okay, just let him know I'm a prick. But I'm a big Rick Ross fan. Even before I got into like this latest I've been like hooked on fucking death metal. Dude, Massacre, man, I've loved Massacre for years. So I'd like to talk to him. Let's see. Gilby Clark says filling in for Nina Strauss on Alice Cooper's tour last year. I had so much fun, and yeah, Gilby Clark can do a woman's job. He just can't do Izzy Stradlin's job. That's what I think.
I would have been bummed because I love Nina Strauss and Alice Cooper. If I go see
Dude.
Alice Cooper and I go see fucking Scab Izzy up on stage, I'd be pissed.
Dude, Nina Strauss is fucking awesome.
Dude,
I really think she is very talented, very talented.
very, very, very good at the guitar playing.
Yes, and not too hard on the eyes either.
That's a thick girl.
Dave Mustaine explains why the guitar solo in Megadeth's version of Ride the Lightning is close to Kirk Hammett's 1984 recording. And this is something, before I clicked on the story, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a hot take. And then if you read it, it's classic Dave Mustaine. Because he said that Dave Mustaine says that Kirk Hammett played it Dave Mustaine style. So he said, basically Kirk was ripping off my style, so it was easy for me to play because it's my style, because I'm Dave Mustaine. This is the most track I'm interested in hearing on this new fucking Megadeth album, because I want to hear how you can take a perfect track and cover it. And if you do not fucking knock it out of the park, you just fuck the fuck up, in my opinion. Like, it's Ride the Lightning. If you don't bring this with all guns blazing and do something that sets it apart, you immediately set yourself up for failure, in my opinion.
Well, I'll wait to hear. I have my
I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I
can't
like a lot of this shit. Like, I don't want to be a hater. Like, I don't want to immediately hate it, but I'm a realist. If you can't do it right, you never should have done this.
How is Mustaine possibly gonna capture vocals as killer as Hetfield did on that song?
Well, that he's never gonna do. But musically, I believe I still stand by.
Fuck
Mustaine,
musically. It's got to be musically and vocally, or it's a big fail. It's got to be both.
Well, to me, the vocal is more up into interpretation than musically, because there's a lot of people that don't like Dave's vocals. I happen to love Dave's vocals for Megadeth. I saw this recent thing where they're throwing these questions at Kerry King and like, who's better, Megadeth or Metallica? And he goes, Metallica, because they have a singer. I like Dave's vocals. They're they're different. It's something like that, but I think it works for Megadeth. But to me, it's always been about Dave's guitar playing, and I think he's the most talented out of the big four.
Do you honestly believe that musically it's not going to be as good as Ride the Lightning? I think it will be. I mean, that's a talented band. I don't see the vocal.
I don't. What I'm worried about is it's going to be too produced, too over polished. Like, how do you go back? Like,
well, you don't know that yet, though, Ian. Come on.
No, I don't. But I'm saying that is my fears. That is what I'm thinking.
Well, that's just talking about something that's unknown.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I just ride the lightning. To me, that is
It's
my
not
favorite.
gonna it's not gonna better it. Come on. It's just
Yeah,
not gonna be possible.
we'll see. All right.
If it was, it wouldn't be a bonus track.
All right. We'll talk more about it. I'm gonna go pee, and then I think we got like a couple stories left.
Fuck, what the fuck am I gonna talk about now?
I don't know. Make something up.
Uh I got a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Just a checkup, regular checkup. God, I don't know what the fuck to talk about. He should have left me with a goddamn story. You know? What the fuck? Fucking Ian. Anyway, Wasp. I love Wasp. But I'll tell you right now, man, their last several albums, none of those songs make my list. Maybe the last five, six albums. Nothing from Neon God, nothing from Dominator, nothing from Golgotha, nothing from what's the one with the four horsemen, nothing from Babylon, none of that. I think I go all the way up to Still Not Black Enough. Yes, there is some Still Not Black Enough on my list and down. And of course, most is the first album. Spoiler alert, you know. So when Ian gets back, I'm just gonna take off and drive around for half an hour and have him talk to you, see if he how he likes it.
Whew. I didn't know Goof Jackson's mom could hold that much liquid, but she can. All right. Uh, Here's something that kind of worries me, and hopefully I'm wrong. But Tony Iommi is working with a great singer from Sweden on his upcoming solo album, says Geezer Butler.
So
Uh,
what's bad about that?
I don't know. I was kind of. I'm a big fan of Tony Iommi's solo work with Glenn Hughes. I thought they were a good mix. Um, and I mean, just looking realistically, okay, Tony Iommi's putting out a solo album. How much longer does this fucker got? Okay, and your next one was some dude from Sweden, like an unknown guy. If he doesn't knock it out of the park, it's like you could have done it with somebody that you know who's
No,
gonna
we
kick some ass.
gotta wait and see. And
All right. Well, you're an optimist. I'm a pessimist.
yeah, you are.
Uh,
Actually, you really are.
oh no, I am because I expect shit to
You're
suck.
very, very, very negative, dude.
I'm very, very negative. All right, and here's another one that makes me even more negative. Geezer Butler says using an AI singer during songwriting process for his upcoming solo album really helped me. Um, really, are we gonna get a new Geezer album that's with an AI singer? Is that what we want?
Well, hopefully he'll get a guy to come in and sing like the AI guy.
Well, see what kind of when I hear that, I think about the Heaven and Hell album, Devil You Know. Um, for those of you who don't know, the Devil You Know album, Heaven and Hell, was done with Dio, Geezer, and Tony. And they used basically like a robot track on drums. And then they brought in Vinny Appice. And Vinny Appice was basically told, don't divert from what the computer drummed. You know, do this. And he was very upset, like, hey, I kind of want to add my own, fill my own flavor to it. And was basically told no. I think primarily the one who said that was Tony Iommi, who, for whatever reason, I mean, Tony Iommi is a god to me, but not a big fan of drummers, you know. Look at all the fucked up shit he's done to Bill Ward. And I kind of feel this with the AI. It's like, okay, so you're going to have this guide you in your songwriting process where if you have a natural singer could take it in a whole nother direction. And what are you going to do? Just have like, okay, the AI guy does it, and then you bring in another singer and says, just sing it exactly like this. That's kind of that's not fucking metal to me. But again, that's my biggest problem with a lot of modern metal is everybody recording it from 5 different places and then just emailing it. It doesn't have that fucking synergy to me. And these guys, Tony Geezer, how many albums have got left in them? You're gonna fuck this up on your last album, you know? I'm negative.
Anything will be better than 13. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you hear Geezer's last fucking solo album?
Yeah, I didn't like it much.
Oh God, it was fucking horrible. Wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I actually did like Black Science, but the one after that, and I have it autographed. I ordered it autographed. Cyberwork or some shit like that. It was fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. But it's not as terrible as our next story, which is Peter Criss. And he says he's sorry never collaborated with Ace Frehley on a post-Kiss album. He said that was a dream of mine.
He did. He did.
Did he?
Ace played on that Cat 1 album.
No. What he's talking about is like after they left Kiss after the second time.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like Ace didn't play on that horrible One World or whatever the fuck it was called. What was that album called?
One for All.
Yeah, a horrible fucking.
There's shit. There's even a song about Ace Frehley on that album.
Yeah, and what's funny is I saw an interview with Peter where he said people were like, "Oh, you're doing a tribute to Ace on this album," and he said, "No, this song is about how Ace fucked me over." For those of you who don't know, or you're in fucking dream fucking Kiss land, towards the breakup of the reunion era, Ace was all about throw out fucking Peter or pay me more than Peter, or fuck Peter, let's get Eric Singer in here.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's not true at all.
Are you serious?
Dude, here's what happened. This is the truth. When they had reunion talks, they were offering Ace more than Peter. Peter said, fuck that, and Ace sacrificed his pay to have as much to get Peter equal. That's the reunion. What happened later was during the farewell, Ace was making more than Peter, and he didn't tell Peter, and guilt overrode him that he went to Peter and admitted to him, they're paying me more than you. And that's when Peter lost his mind and refused to do the world tour. But initially, Gene and Paul offered Ace more money than Peter, and Peter said, fuck that. And then Ace said, no, you know what? Give him more. I want to have equal that Peter's making. That's what happened. That's the truth right there.
Okay. Oh, that's the truth. Okay.
That is.
Okay.
And Peter Criss even said it. That's an audio interview I heard him saying it. I believe it was on Eddie Trunk.
All right. Well, that's not what I heard. That's not what I heard.
Because you read shit on the Wadzilla Gazette.
All right. Well, I heard Ace wanted more money than Peter. Said he was worth more than him. And
maybe that's what happened later. But I know initially Ace put his foot down and said, "No, I'll take a pay cut as long as Peter makes as much as I do."
Now, come on. You believe? Look at all the people that Ace fucked over.
Peter said it, Ian. Peter said it.
Okay. Send me the link. Send me the link.
I will. You just love to stay negative with facts, It's like, no, it's not that way.
But what am I like to be based in reality, man. Fucking Ace fucked over everybody he worked with.
Peter, all right, where'd you hear it from then? Where'd you hear this bullshit about Ace telling them I want more money? Where'd you hear that?
This was an interview with Peter. This was an interview with Peter Criss, where he said Ace was getting more money and he fucked him over. And if you look on, hold on, let me go here.
That was later, and Ace admitted it to him. But initially on the reunion, Ace made them pay Peter as much as he was making. Period.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how
no,
it was.
I'm talking about the farewell tour is what I'm
All right,
talking
yeah,
about.
the farewell tour. But Ace admitted it to Peter.
Yeah.
But Ace didn't say, I want more. They gave him more, and then he admitted it to Peter. That's how Peter said it, you know?
Let's see here. Uh,
Let me refill my
let's
glass.
see here. It says, this is on the All for One, talking about the song Space Ace. He wrote, I even wrote a song about Ace for the album Space Ace. You might think it was a tribute, but it was really about Ace's betrayal of me. I'm just saying, Ace was a piece of shit. You know, he looked out for him. That
It's
dig up
true.
John Regan's corpse and ask him about how great Peter Criss was. I mean, Ace Frehley was.
Look, I'm not defending Ace. I'm just bringing up a fact. That's what
Okay.
happened. What happened
Oh,
later, and the reason that Peter wrote that song because Ace betrayed him, yeah, that's true. But Peter also said Ace went to him all guilty about it, you know? That's how he found out Ace was making more from Ace himself. Ace wasn't hiding it from him anymore. But yeah, Ace is a piece of crap. Whatever you want to say about Ace, it's true. He's done a lot of crooked shit. I understand. But you know what? So is Peter and Paul, Gene. Give me a break. Peter, Paul and Gene are even bigger scumbags than Ace and Peter. Period. Look what
Peter is
they did.
only
Look what they did to Eric Carr. Can you tell me Ace did anything as close as what Gene and Paul did to Eric Carr? Give me a break, man.
that's what he gets for covering Beth. You know,
Yeah, yeah, right there. That was the first nail in Eric's coffin when they made him do that.
that's terrible. Poor Eric
Eric,
Carr.
Eric hated doing that. He called Peter apologizing to him about it.
No, I believe that. I believe Peter Criss. I believe was a fucking saint. That
And
that I
fucking
believe.
and Eric Carr was gonna play breakout on Fraley's comment, and Gene and Paul stopped him.
Yeah. No, I believe that. I believe Eric Carr was a fucking saint. You know, I really do. Hell of a drummer. Hell of a
Kiss
drummer.
Alive 3 should have been with Eric Carr. Period. And honestly, it should have been after Creatures of the Night.
I don't know. The one thing I will say though is like going back and fucking and I've talked about this on the show before, man. How much I fucking loved Animalize live back in the day, but I listen to it now and like, god damn, he played that shit too fast. It sounded like shit,
Yeah, it did.
you know. But I will say, I mean, I saw the Hot in the Shade tour twice, and I thought it was great. But then again, you know, I was fucking 14 or 15. What the
Dude, I
fuck? That
saw I saw the Animalize tour and it was fucking great. How fast they
yeah.
played it. I didn't mind. I didn't even mind on the video. I don't give a fuck. What I hate about that video is the fucking cringy Paul raps. But musically, it's
Oh, so bad.
it's
Oh, you know what I've been watching lately is these Paul Stanley things from like night flights and from MTV in the mid 80s.
when he was David Lee Roth.
Holy shit, is it bad? I mean, it is so fucking cringe.
Constantly talking about how many chicks he bangs.
Oh, but I mean, it's so like I don't know how something can be so cringe and so gay at the same time.
But
It's like pathetic.
is it any different than the raps on Animalize Live? Any
Uh,
different?
it's about what?
I think Animalize raps were even worse than his stupid
Oof.
interviews. Paul Stanley
I,
is the worst frontman ever. It cracks me up when people say he's the best. It's weird to me.
okay. Well, way to go. You just lost us like fucking 5 subscribers. Thanks a lot. putting
Yeah,
down
well, you
Kiss.
lost with 100 by saying Ace Frehley, so we're not even yet.
Okay, well, I'll work on it. All right. Alex Van Halen confirms he's working on a new album with Toto's Steve Lukather.
Yeah, I did a story about that.
What do you think about that? Can you comment, or you got to save it for your
No,
video?
man, go check it out. But I'll tell you right now, man. Oh yeah, and it brings up a funny fact of a comment I got for that video.
Okay.
All right, the video I'm talking about. Hey, cool. Alex is coming out of retirement. He's gonna play on the album, and then I end the video just bashing Hagar, like I always do, bringing up the
Yeah.
fact that what does Hagar think now? The guy that ran around telling the press constantly he sold his drums. He's walking with a cane. He can't drum no more. You know? And oh, he's never jammed with anybody in his life but Eddie. So he can't play. He just can't play. What would Belcher think about it? And I just went into a Belcher spiel. This one guy left a fucking comment. He goes, I do like your content, but now you're getting creepy with the Hagar shit. And then I wrote to him,
Oh,
dude.
he would love me then.
Then I wrote, dude, I can get way creepier than that, and I will. Don't worry, dude. I'm never ever gonna stop bashing the dude. If you want me to stop bashing him, then stop watching me. Period.
Yeah.
People. I don't know, man. People are weird. It's so strange, man. How people would leave comments
Well,
like critiquing. I don't do that.
how how are you going to argue with a Sammy Hagar fan?
Yeah. No, I'm
Seriously.
not. I'm not. I just wrote, I'm gonna get creepier. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And anybody who likes Sammy in their ear loves a cock in their mouth. That's a man. I'll say that. Seriously. If you'll accept Sammy in your ears, you'll take a cock in the mouth. That's science. That's science. That's Jesus Christ. That's in the fucking Bible.
And it
You know?
doesn't mean you're gay if you take a cock in the mouth, because Hagar fans suck horse cock.
Yeah. Any
That's,
cock. Like,
that's not gay. Sucking
Yeah.
horse cock is not gay. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's very weird, but yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Hey, I hope it's great. Steve Lukather is a fucking amazing guitar player. So I'm happy to hear it. And you know what? It's probably going to be better than anything David Lee Roth's putting out right now, because God knows all his new shit sucked.
Well, that won't be
As
hard
much-
to do.
Yeah, as much. Hey, that's my fucking God. But man, all the new shit he put out is fucking horrible. So fucking Alex Van Halen with fucking world class guitar player like Steve Lukather, who's played on, like, most people have no idea the fucking hits that this guy's played on. They just think of like Toto, but Steve Lukather's played on so much fucking shit. I'm looking forward to it. Fucking A, it's Alex Van Halen. Alex Van Halen's a fucking beast. So
He is. He's awesome.
yeah,
I love him.
yeah. Out of love, motherfuckers. There
That's
you go.
right there.
All right. This is something. God damn it. I didn't mention this. I was on the New Year's Eve podcast with Decibel Geek.
Oh,
but
I was asked to be on that, but I had friends over.
Yeah, I know. You're too big for that.
No, I would have been on there for sure. I love
No,
that.
I know. I know.
Unfortunately, if they ask me any other time, I'll do it.
But John Corabi just did a show in Nashville, which I hope they were at. I didn't know about this, or I would have asked them about it. But god damn, the fucking lineup. Let me look at this, see who all played with him. Big John Corabi fan.
I love him. I love him. His
damn
solo, that he did a solo song like a year or two ago. Fucking amazing. Amazing song. Sounded like the Beatles.
Okay, so he had Michael Devin from Dead Daisies and Whitesnake on bass, Paul Taylor, who we interviewed on keyboards, on guitar and vocals, Jeremy Ashbrook from the Ace Frehley solo band, another guy we talked to that's amazing. On drums, Troy Laketta, who we interviewed at Rockin' Pod, and Marty Fredrickson from Steven Tyler's solo band on guitar and vocals. I would love to see that. You want to talk about, God damn, what a great voice. Who it's like wasted, you know, is fucking Karabi.
You
You
know,
know,
I saw him one time. It was one of those pre-Kiss shows, Kiss
yeah.
Cruise, pre-Kiss Cruise. He played a hotel in the back where the pool area was, acoustically, and he did shit like Season of Wither. He did
Wow.
he did a lot of cool covers, and he did some original stuff like Drift Away, and dude, the guy's phenomenal, man. He really is.
Oh, great singer.
Great guy. You know,
Yeah.
meeting him, I had him sign my Karabi album. I have the very rare, you know, Karabi released the live album of him doing nothing but the Motley songs, and I got it on vinyl, and I
Well,
have him signed.
let me ask you this. As we're both fans of John Corabi, we're both fans of the '94 Motley Crue album. I thought the Scream album absolutely sucked. What did you think of that?
Half of it I loved. I love the
Really?
song. I love the song Outlaw. I love the song Mother, Father, Son. I love Man on the Moon. And then there's some generic crap on there. But half
All
of it
right.
I really liked.
Well, maybe I need to go check that out. I remember watching Headbangers Ball, and there was a Scream video, and I thought it was fucking horrible. And mind you, this is at a time when, like, I liked a lot of the cock rock shit. I thought it was fucking horrible.
Was it a ballad?
Uh, I don't think it was a ballad. I
Okay,
think it was an up tempo song.
because they did a video of
But
the ballad that I'm sure you'd hate. I love it though.
but I think I'm pretty sure it was an up tempo song. But I thought it sucked, and I'll never forget. Like when I remember seeing in Hit Parader that he was replacing Vince Neil, I was like, "Oh my god, the Scream, they fucking suck." I was like, "Oh fuck this shit," you know. And this is when I still liked Motley Crue. And then of course when I heard fucking Hooligans Holiday, I was like, "Oh fuck, this is 10 times better than fucking Vince Neil." You know, but initially I was like, "Oh fuck this shit." But god damn this guy's voice. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Scream shit. Um, you know, but Union I liked. You know, songwriting could have been better, but still some cool shit.
Oh yeah, the second Union album was great. The first one, half, half.
The second one's better than the first. That's for
Yeah,
damn sure.
yeah. The second one's really good. The first one's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good as the second one. I just saw recent footage of John Corabi walking into some, I don't know where, and some dude grabbed his camera and started filming him. And he walked up to him with his camera going, "Man, this is John Corabi." He walked right up to John Corabi going, "John, I'm a fan, blah." Dude, John turned around and talked to the guy like he was doing a podcast or something. He was talking about
Nice.
all he was doing, very like, you know, forthcoming. And this is just some random dude that, you know, he walked in. And I don't even know, dude, John Corabi walked into a place that had nothing to do with music. Now, I don't know, a
Yeah.
bakery or something. And
Well,
he gave this guy a full interview, which was awesome.
I'll tell you what. To this day, my favorite episode of all time of Decibel Geek is their interview with John Corabi.
I heard it, yeah.
Oh, fucking amazing! Real cool guy. You know, hats off to fucking Camaro and Sinzak. You know,
And
they did
Roy
a great job.
Harper.
Yeah, and hats off to Roy Harper. Uh, they did an amazing job. But I mean, that was like, what a cool guy. What a cool guy. And I really wish he would have found some success out of that because a very talented vocalist. And there's been so many other people who've come before and since who don't have half the talent, you know.
You
It's
know, my favorite interview Decibel Geek ever did was with Rachel Bolan.
I
And
don't know if I heard that one.
they interviewed Rachel Bolan and Michael Wagner at the same time,
Oh, okay.
talking about the first Skid Row album.
Oh,
And
okay.
out of that whole album, Sebastian Bach got credit on one song, "Making a Mess." And Rachel said, "Yeah, he got credit on that song because he came up with the word Kalamazoo." Like, that's it. He said Kalamazoo, came up with a word in the lyrics, and he got credit for that, which I thought
Well,
was pretty hysterical.
you know what? He deserves it because what the fucking Skid Row do without him? Nothing, in my
They,
opinion.
they make a lot of money without him. They make more money than Sebastian does with the Skid
But
Row shit.
I don't know. I
They
think
do, man. They do. They do. They do. It's just, I know your negativity doesn't want to admit it, but they own the publishing. They're in movies. They're in TV shows. They're in commercials. There's a lot of money to be made. Look at fucking the dude from Diamond Head, or Lemmy when he said, "Mama, I'm coming home." He made more from that than he did all of Motorhead music. And believe
Oh
me,
no,
18
I believe that.
Life, I Remember You are still huge fucking hits.
Yeah,
They're still making a ton. And 18 Life and I Remember You has no Sebastian Bach credit on it. Therefore, he makes no
and,
money.
and if he's not singing it, nobody gives a shit.
And if Sebastian Bach goes up on stage and sings it, Skid Row makes more money. How do you like those apples, Ian?
How do they make money off of live appearances?
Oh, you don't know that? You play that live song, you gotta pay the band some money. If you're like a major act, like I can go out there and do cover songs and I won't get charged shit. But if you're a fucking big act doing cover songs, the band makes a cut of the money. Like if fucking Sebastian Bach does Communication Breakdown, some money will go to Led Zeppelin for that.
I don't know about that.
And 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 you got to remember, Sebastian Bach released those live versions too, two times.
Well, no, that's one thing. If you release something, but if you perform live, I don't think you get any money.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, all right. Well, stand corrected. I think you're wrong, but you stand corrected. Here's something even more egregious than that. A very talented player named Jeff Loomis has written 7 songs with Graham Bonnet.
That's interesting. I'd like to hear
Yeah,
that. I'm a Grant
that's
Bonnet,
that.
but I'm a Grant Bonnet fan. You're not.
Yeah, that's some. I tell you what, I'm a big Jeff Loomis fan,
I love them
but
both.
putting Jeff Loomis guitar work with Graham Bonnet's fucking Brian Adams
Well, it
fucking
worked for
vocal.
me, man. When he had Ingve, when he had Blackmore,
Uh,
two very
yeah, I
talented.
didn't like that either.
Well, I did. So I'm
All
looking
right,
forward to it.
all right, not me. Michael Sweet says tossing out Bibles during concerts is one of the most important and integral parts of what we do. Um,
I caught one
I
of
would-
them on the To
what's
Hell
that?
with the Devil on the Hell To Hell with the Devil tour. I caught a Bible. I have it. I still have my Striper Bible.
Does it have Striper on the front?
Yeah, a sticker.
That's funny.
No, it's actually the stickers in the back of the Bible.
Oh,
Not the
okay.
front says Holy Bible.
All
You know,
right.
you know, you know. He came out recently. Said, he's fighting cancer now. I don't know if you know that. Michael
Well,
Michael
if
Sweet.
Jesus loves him, he'll win. If not, then Jesus wasn't a fan.
Yeah. So Michael Sweet says that there is a possibility there's going to be somebody out there singing the Striper songs instead of him while he's recovering. That's pretty cool. Like he would like okay that.
Yeah. Who do you think should replace Michael Sweet and Striper?
Brett Michaels. They should, he should call himself Brett Michaels Sweet.
That's funny.
Either Brett Michaels or Don Dokken. You know who would be perfect though? No joking aside. Dennis DeYoung of Styx. They kind of
Yeah.
have the same flair, kind of.
Well, that shows how out of touch you are because I already read a fucking article that said that Jesus Christ himself reached out to Sammy Hagar and asked him to replace him. So
I heard God asked Sammy Hagar to replace his son Jesus.
I think it should be Mark Allen Taylor should replace him.
Yeah, Mark Allen Taylor should be the new singer and Striper.
And he's like, I'm gonna dedicate this first one to my fifth wife. It's called Honestly.
And and he's gonna talk Striper into ending the show with an Oingo Boingo cover. That song, I like little girls. You ever heard that song, Oingo Boingo? He likes little. It's a total pedo song. I like little. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
Dude, there's a song. Dude, they even have a video. And the guy's creepy as fuck. He's like, I like little girls. They make me feel so good. I swear to God. It's a total pedo song, man. Look it up, everybody. Oingo Boingo. I like little girls. Amazing.
All right. Singer Pete Gilby says he was asked to join Rainbow during Down to Earth sessions, only to be let go a short term later, and said it really hurt me.
Who?
He's the guy that sang on the Uriah Heep album you don't like, Abominager.
Oh yeah. Fuck that guy. That guy sucks.
Yeah. Well, he's better than fucking goddamn fucking Graham Bonnet, in my opinion.
Ian, I wish I could agree with you on that one.
But you don't.
But I
All
will
right.
go. I'll go a little bit. Grab my Wizard of Oz slippers and click them 3 times and agree with you.
All right. Glenn Hughes on how streaming has made music disposable. People buy an album, listen to 1 or 2 tracks, and it's done. I would agree with that. I would agree with that 100%. And I can speak, personally, because there's so much stuff. The percentage of what I buy and what I download is so lopsided. A lot of stuff I download, I'll give it a little bit of chance, and if it doesn't grab me, it's in my queue, but I don't fucking listen to it. Whereas back in the day when I bought everything on CD, I listened to that shit, man, because that shit I spent hard-earned money on, and I'll never forget. Like, to me, a perfect example, and you probably won't even remember this band. Maybe you do. I've talked about it before. But there's a band called Every Mother's Nightmare.
Yeah, I
And
remember that. Babylon something, right?
no, Love Will Make You Blind was the name of the single.
Wow, what a gay ass title.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it's a gay-ass song. Let's not beat around the bush here. But I bought it on the strength of that song. I thought it was a really good ballad. And for me, I've always been not the ballad guy, but I like this song and I bought it. And I listened to the whole CD because I bought it. And I'm like, fuck. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed. Like, I can't believe, because that was always me when I go in the record store. I'd pick up one thing,
Oh, man.
and then I'd put, you had to put one down. You couldn't get everything. I'd pick it up and I'd put it down, pick it up and put it down. And for whatever reason, my dumbass said, I'm going to go with fucking Every Mother's Nightmare. And it was like the worst shit fucking ever.
Hey
It was
man, I went
horrible.
through I went through that even in the 70s and 80s. Grateful Dead.
Right.
I bought that shit. A band called Grave. That shit sucked. And the cover
Right.
was so cool. Abominage. You're right. These are all albums I bought back in the day that are fucking garbage. But it was such a minority of all the albums I did buy. You know what I mean?
Right. But what I'm saying is you feel that remorse more when you actually pay for something versus something you actually downloaded. Like if I just download something and I'm like, because there's a lot of shit I download just because the description of what the band's like it could say doom metal or psychedelic metal or something like that I'm into. I'm like, okay, I'm going to download it. I'm going to check it out. And then once I do that and I listen to it, if I don't like it, it's like, you just hit delete. You know, you don't even go through everything. You go through a little bit of snippets where you felt that shit when you paid for it. You know,
Yeah, but
you're like,
and here's the thing, and I know you probably complain it too. Everybody complains, but you all take shit for granted. You know, YouTube killed the video star. MTV, like I was saying it the other day. I was talking to somebody. He was trying to argue with me how MTV was better than YouTube. Now hear me out. His complaint about YouTube are ads, right? The ads that you see on YouTube. Dude, you would see ads on MTV, but the difference between YouTube and MTV is that you would see ads on MTV and then go into like a CNC music factory shit. When you see an ad on YouTube, it's for a video you typed in to watch. Therefore, you know it's going to be good. You were at the mercy of MTV back then. YouTube is so much better than than fucking MTV. And I was talking, and the same conversation came up, and I know you disagree with me this, but that's because you take this shit for granted, and you're a hypocrite too. When people film at shows, you hate it, but yet you're the first one to go on YouTube and watch their footage. Now think of this: if I wish people had phones 30, 40 years ago and we're doing the same shit at shows. You know why? Because then we'd have footage of Ozzy biting the head off a bat. I mean, there's so much shit that happened that's folklore we never got to see. But now we see every fucking thing, and I love it. I love that people are filming on shows, and I don't feel like a hypocrite going to watch what they do the next day. I don't. Back in the day, and you even witnessed it. I would film a couple songs here and there. I don't even do that anymore. You know why? Because of the good people that take cameras to shows. They saved me from doing that anymore. Now and then, I may take it out to take a picture. That's about it. But people that film shows are fucking awesome. And everybody that says they're not awesome, you're all a bunch of hypocrites that would go watch their footage on YouTube. If you really hated it, you wouldn't promote the shit by going to watch it. Thank you.
well, I will say this. I liked how you were respectful about filming shows. So like the show I went to, you filmed, the Rush show. Okay, so we're sitting in the upper balconies, but we're like front row in the balconies. You set the camera on your lap, like you figured out you were getting like a good footage from there.
Well, I was getting footage from the screen.
Right, right. But what I'm saying though is like you sat down and you're doing that. You're not holding up shit that's obstructing somebody else's view.
I don't
You didn't do
care.
that.
I don't care when people do that. I really don't. I don't give a fuck. Move a little to the left, move a
But
little
yeah,
to the right.
you get mad when drunk people sing.
I hate that. I fucking hate it. Now tell me, does that ruin the experience more than a goddamn phone in your face? A guy yelling lyrics in your ear where you can't hear the performer you paid to see singing. You can't hear him sing because a drunk
I
guy.
don't.
I'd rather have a drunk guy in my ear than a phone in front of me where I could just go like this and watch
Yeah.
the show.
I don't like either. I don't like either.
Well, you don't like either, but yet you'll go watch it.
Uh, I will watch it, but I won't judge it because 9 times out of 10, it's not that great. A like
You'll watch
it,
it.
it,
Hey, look, whatever excuse you say after that doesn't matter. You'll watch it. I don't give a fuck whatever excuse. You'll watch it. Mister, I
well,
hate phones at shows, yet I'll
right.
watch it.
Well, I'll watch like a snippet, but I'm not going to watch the whole performance because
Yeah, you'll
nine
watch it.
times out of 10, the quality is fucking horrible,
But
and
you
that's why I
watch
shut it off.
and then why even watch it at all, you know? You'll watch it. You know what? I'll watch it because I love that people do that. I love it. I love it. That Metallica show.
Well, that's why Blackie Lawless hates your fucking ass. That's why.
Well, Blackie Lawless can't do shit now because everybody at the show has phones, whether you like it or not, Ian. And yeah, I remember you talking about, oh, I watched that W.A.S.P footage of the recent tour. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? That was somebody with their phone, Ian. You know, fuck that shit. You know it, I know it. Fucking phones rule and shows. That shit with Ghost was bullshit. They should have let people film it. Fuck that noise. I don't film shows, but I love that people
Well,
do
the
it.
thing with Ghost is they don't want you to know how horrible the show is now.
Man, when I saw that Metallica show, where they played nothing from the first two albums, dude, I didn't film a fucking second of it. But boy, one guy did here, another guy did there, some dude did here. Some guy online got all that footage and made a three cam mix that's fucking godly. Boy, that was a great experience, a great show I saw, and I get to watch it anytime I want because of people with cell phones. You just love to bitch. That's your problem. You know,
Well, fuck you too.
it's like the people that hate America. You just love to bitch because you're still here. You know, it's like you just love to bitch. You know, shut the fuck up.
Your mama.
Don't like it, leave. Don't like it, don't watch it on YouTube. Thank you. All right, what else is in the news? Or should we start with the W.A.S.P extravaganza? I got to get off
Oh,
camera for a second, but I will be right here.
yeah, I don't think we got any more news. I think it's time to get into Wasp.
Well, Ian, I'm going to be off camera, so why don't you talk about how you discovered W.A.S.P?
All right. Well, Wasp to me, man, this was like this was right at my birth. My intro into metal. Um, I'll never forget the day. I've talked about it before. I bought Somewhere in Time and Inside the Electric Circus on the same day, both on Capitol Records. Both had the amazing. I bought it on cassette, and it had the wraparound cover. For you old people remember that the wraparound cover, like it went around the cassette and would close in a clear case, and fucking amazing. And the smell of the fucking artwork and the paperwork and everything. It was something to behold. Uh, Love this shit. I bought it. I mean, both of those I bought because I saw Stranger in a Strange World video, and I saw I Don't Need No Doctor, and I was like, okay, fucking a, gotta have this. I was already, like Kiss, like Cinderella, shit like that, stuff that I was into. Got this, and then it was also the era of Columbia home record. 9 cassettes for a penny kind of shit for you old fucks who remember this shit. As soon as I got this, I was like, oh, I gotta have these other, Wasp albums. I didn't know nothing about like Animal or nothing like that. Because I barely had MTV at that point. Um, but after that, I got Last Command. I got the first album, and Wasp was almost as important to me as Kiss, which is it almost seems blasphemy talking about it at this point, but they were. They were like an R-rated Kiss, had raunchier lyrics. They had a raunchier stage show. Um, weren't necessarily satanic, but definitely R-rated. You know what I mean? Um, and the songs, it was catchy as fuck. It was like it was heavier than the cock rock shit. Um, but it wasn't like like thrash or anything like that. It was like this weird kind of fucking middle ground. Um, and just love the fuck out of them for the first 4 albums, first 4 studio albums, and then they fucking lost me completely and really never gained me back. Might like a song here or there, but after the first 4 albums, I'm like, could really care less. But when they were at their peak, man, I love this shit. Love the fuck out of it. And when Ralph approached me about this episode, he says, let's do top 10 Wasp songs. I was like, all right, all right. And I got this weird thing. I'm like, I feel like we've done this before. I even had to do a search for like W.A.S.P episodes we did. I'm like, I really feel like we did top 10. And correct me if I'm wrong, the fucking hardcore listeners, you probably know. I don't know if we like did a W.A.S.P episode where like we did the album plus our top 10 or whatever. I feel like I've done this before, but I'm like, whatever, fuck it, let's do it. But as I'm counting them up, I'm like, I can't do just top 10. It's got to be 20 because I'm having my wife write down all these fucking song titles, and I'm like, there's no way I can do just top 10. If you want to do top 10, you just name the first fucking album kind of shit. I'm like, we got to expand this shit. So I text Ralph. I'm like, we got to do top 20. Because I think it's great for the first 4 albums. Then everything after that, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is like some fucking Graham Bonnet shit. Fucking horrible. But man, I love W.A.S.P. and I really want to talk to Ralph, because Ralph was more there than me during their peak. And I'm curious because I'm really surprised this band didn't make it bigger than what it was. And the great thing about doing these episodes, as a man drinking beer, I forget all this shit. So this is stuff Ralph could have told me like years ago that I just don't remember. Every episode is a new episode to me, because I've had fun. But I really like, how did this band not get bigger? And when I look at the history of this band, they only have 2 gold records, no platinum records, only 2 gold ones. The first 2, that's it. But I'm really surprised this band didn't make it bigger. But Ralph, you were there from the inception, through the rise, through the decline. How did you find this band? And as somebody who, I know you do like this band, where did they go wrong and what happened?
I discovered them with the first album when I saw the video for Love Machine.
Oh, you didn't know the Animal single before the first album?
No, but actually the Animal Signal came out at the same time as the first album, just on different label. And I ended up I ordered Fuck Like a Beast, the single, and I still have it. It's a gold album. I think that went gold too. I could be wrong. But it was a gold album. I ordered it and it took 6 months. I thought I got ripped off. And 6 months later, it showed up on my door. But God, I love that song. But I had the first W.A.S.P album first, and I would play it to death. To death. That one part, my brother, I'll never forget, I'm listening to, I put it on, I'm listening, I Want to Be Somebody. And I'm singing along to him. My brother's like, dude, you are somebody. Shut up already with this shit. He was getting sick of it, But I could not get enough of the first W.A.S.P album. Now, Last Command, I was at, I'm at the peak of my W.A.S.P fandom. Last Command was a disappointment. It was not like the first album at all. It had moments like Sex Drive was cool, Ball Crusher, that had the vibe of the first album, but the rest didn't really. Widowmaker, I guess, no, it didn't sound like nothing. I mean, subject matter wise, it's more like Tormentor, but it doesn't sound like W.A.S.P. To me, right there, it's not that they lost me. I still dug them. I liked Wild Child. I liked about half the album. And I even saw the tour. They opened for Kiss on the Asylum tour, where you see those heads behind Ian. They had like these big heads behind them, each band member. Then Inside the Electric Circus is what killed them. That's what like killed the momentum, because they were riding high on the first album. On the second album, they were still riding high, but I lost interest. Then the third album, it just And believe it or not, I would say Inside the Circus is not really worse than Last Command. I think they're kind of at par, you know? But I think that's the album that killed them, you know? And then the fake live album didn't do no favors. And then they released an actual awesome album and nobody gave a fuck by then, you know? So Wasp has been a niche band ever since. Ever since really starting at Headless Children, they never really went anywhere. So all their albums afterwards, you know, they just kept a niche audience, even till today, you know. And Blackie is aware of people really just care about the first album. You know, he even said that people that like that love that first Wasp album usually hate the Crimson Idol. You know, they either
Yes.
you love one, you know. So, but you know, I have some Crimson Idol on my list, by the way. I think
Wow.
I think there are some highlights on that album, but very few. But they make my list. But that's what I think of Wasp. I mean, I couldn't have been a bigger fan on the first album. Then by Last Command, started to lose interest as far as like loving the albums like I loved the first one. They never ever matched the first one to me ever. You know,
Now,
go ahead.
Ralph, when you saw, did you see them on the Asylum tour when they opened up for Kiss?
Yeah, I mentioned that while you were gone.
Okay, how was that?
Fucking amazing.
Because to me, like you know, like looking back at like my fandom at that time, and I had, you know, there was no internet at that time. You knew what you saw on MTV, you knew what you read in Hit Parader, uh, you know. But again, when you know when that tour happened, I was fucking 11, so I wasn't gonna be there. But was it fucking amazing? Was it cool?
One thing you got to give Kiss, man. They always treat their fucking opening bands like gold. They give them full stage. They had the big heads behind them. They had the full show. The fog machines, big ass drum riser. It was like, you know, the Kiss show was a little more elaborate with the little lightning stairs that they were never on, because if you went up those stairs you'd fall. You know, it's like their show was kind of retarded, even though it was an awesome Kiss show with the biggest Kiss logo ever that flashed different colors and shit. That was
Right.
a really good Kiss show. I would put that above the Animalize and above Lick It Up, not above Creatures. But that was the second best Kiss show I saw. No, no, that's not. Yeah, the second best Kiss show I saw without makeup was Asylum. The first was Hot in the Shade. That was the best one. But Asylum was a damn good. But going back to Wasp, they were fucking amazing that night. And they played for like an hour plus. They did a good selection of the first and second album, including what's definitely on my list, Widowmaker, one of my favorite Wasp songs. You know, they were fucking amazing that night. So yeah,
Was that?
and the first time I saw them was the first album opening for Quiet Riot, and they decimated Quiet Riot. I mean, Quiet Riot also gave them a full show. I actually took pictures with a shitty Kodak. I was so close to the stage that I still have those pictures. I wish I could add it here, but I can't because I'm lazy. But I have pictures of him drinking blood. You know, I put it on millions of my videos. You know, I have Chris Holmes pointing at his dick, like looking at me. And they were fucking amazing. They decimated Quiet Riot, and they were very Kiss-esque, and I'll tell you how. All right, Blackley drinking the blood. Come on, is that Gene Simmons or what? Blood dripping. But wait, here's some more Kiss. Randy Piper had a smoke bomb on his backpack while he ran around, and it was smoking everywhere while he, you know, they were really ripping off Kiss, but doing it. But they were fucking badass, and that was the first album where all they had to play was the first album, and they did fuck like a beast that night. The only song they didn't play off the first album that night was BAD, which I love that song. But they did the
Uh,
rest of the album.
Now, when you saw him open up for Quiet Riot, was that already Steve Riley, or
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. I don't think Tony Richards did the tour at all. I think they kicked them out before they ever did a tour. Because I
okay?
think
That's what I thought too, but I want to ask you.
the only footage of I've seen of Tony Richards it was at the Troubadour. That footage of them at the Troubadour.
Okay,
And I know he did a lot of shows with Wasp in the LA area, but no, I don't think he did the tour. I think he was out by then, which is a shame because I love his drumming.
yeah, I love his drumming too. I think where we um, differ on this, I think you kind of have the like you say, Merciful Fate can do no wrong with Kim Ross, and you're like, I like, Wasp with Tony Richards. I don't see the drop off between Tony Richards and Steve Riley. I think they're both quality drummers in my opinion, and
All right, let me ask you this because maybe you're not analyzing. Is there any adventurous drumming that Steve Riley did with Wasp as adventurous as what Tony Richards did on Love Machine? Now, put it in your mind his drumming on Love Machine, how unique and out of the ballpark it is compared to anything Steve Riley did. I'm not talking technical, I'm talking just drum work.
um,
Any song from Wasp that is as adventurous as Love Machine, you know? And believe me, I've seen Steve Riley play Love Machine, and he did it perfectly. He did it just like Steve Riley, but he didn't write it. That's what I'm talking about. I think Tony Richards was better as a writer. Steve Riley did what in L.A. Guns? Come on, that shit was fucking one, two.
well, no, I'm saying I've always when I think Steve Riley, I think Wasp. I don't think L.A. Guns. I'm more towards, but that's what I like more. I like the Wasp more than the fucking L.A. Gun shit. But I don't think of Tony Richards as like, okay, it's not like an Iron Maiden where I compare Clive Burr to fucking Nico McBrain. I love what Tony Richards did. But I don't think it is like anything that stands out with Wasp.
Okay.
To me, when I look at those eras of Wasp, what really stands out to me, what I think makes all the difference, is when it was Chris Holmes and Randy Piper on guitar
And
and
more,
Blackie on bass
and
where he deserves to be.
I gotta say, even more importantly, Blackie Lawless on the bass. What
Mm-hmm.
Blackie Lawless did on bass on those first two albums, dude, the guy's a fucking badass bass player. Now, what does he do? Rhythm guitar, no solos. What
Yeah,
the fuck? And
yeah.
he looks
No,
like a
no,
bass player. He looks like a bass player.
yeah. That's in my opinion, it really took a downswing there. Even though I love Johnny Rod, uh,
The
I always thought
pedophile,
about that.
you know that? He's a pedophile.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he didn't fuck as many people out of their money as Ace Frehley, but
I, I,
he
I did
still.
a, I did a story about him, and oh my god, I mean, that shit still gets a lot of hits. And then after I did the story about him, some guy sent me a link. Oh, you got to do a story about this, and check out this story. The singer of Toto was in an airport trying to get away from people, and he touched a little girl's butt inappropriately and left. Like, bam, leave. And he wanted me to do a story on that. And I was like, what? This ain't the pedophile channel. Or what is it? What was the name of that show where the guy would walk in, with the news crew? Hey, I'm from
Oh,
NBC.
freeform.
That's it.
To
Freeform.
catch a predator.
Yeah, that's it. To catch a predator. But yeah, man, crazy stuff.
Yeah. but yeah, that was a big thing. Like one thing that always kind of like bugged me is a classic home video. And this is something, for those of us who grew up in the 80s and had all this shit, man, when bands put out videos, it was a big deal. And W.A.S.P had a great one called Videos in the Raw. And Blackie talked on that about, switching from guitar to bass because it was released after Inside the Electric Circuit. He called the bass a tube of ignorance.
Yeah, a tool. And when you see
Yeah.
the video where he goes, a tool of ignorance, he looks to the corner. I think he's looking right at Johnny Rod actually when he says that.
Yeah, I know, but the fucked up thing is like whose dick does he suck the most, and that's of the Who. And I'm like, yeah, try listening to the Who without John Entwistle. You know what I mean? I always like even back then as a teenager, I was like, what an insult to like great bass
Hey,
players
why don't
because
how about their cover of Real Me without Johnny Rod?
right, exactly. And Johnny Rod is the highlight of that subpar cover, in my
Well,
opinion.
I think Finale's pretty badass on that song too.
Yeah. And I'll always credit fucking Blackie's voice. I think Blackie has one of the best voices
Still,
ever in
still,
fucking metal.
he
Oh no,
still
I
has
agree.
that voice. He
I
still
agree.
got it.
I totally agree with that.
Unbelievably great voice.
But when he said that shit about like, the bass players, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And I think that was a personal thing. Like he didn't like having to play bass. But to me, W.A.S.P has never sound better than when he was playing bass and you had two other guys playing guitar. Because once he went to guitar, it started like everything sounded the same. You had much more of a dynamic when you had Randy Piper
Yeah, because
and you and you had Rick
hey,
Combs.
when Blackie went switched to the guitar, you only had one guy doing solos.
Right. Exactly. But I mean, even music writing wise, I found their music much more interesting before he switched. You
Yeah.
know,
And
as much as I love the next two albums. I love Inside the Electric Circus. I like Headless Cross, and then after that, they all suck,
I
in
thought you
my
hate,
opinion.
I thought you hated Tony Martin.
I hate Tony Martin.
You just said you loved Headless Cross.
Ha! Headless Cross is the best Tony Martin Black Sabbath album.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Eternal Idol.
Yeah. That is the correct answer, Ian.
All right, there you go. But anyway, as we're doing this list, and I would really like our fans to like mention this in the comments because when you mentioned this to me, I was like, oh yeah, fucking A, anything W.A.S.P. I'm down for. And then I was like, wait a minute, didn't we do like a top 10 W.A.S.P. episode? And so I did a search on the Podbean
Ian,
thing.
you're
Like,
repeating yourself, dude.
okay, bye.
You've already said this.
Okay. Well, I think we already did this, but
Yeah, you
yeah, we
think
got
we
to
did
spend
it.
20.
You think maybe we did it, and let us know in the comments if we have.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Having some drinks and having a good time.
I'm here.
All right, well,
I'm here to correct you.
there you go.
You're
Somebody's
drunk.
got to.
You're drunk. I'm on street drugs. See,
All right.
street drugs knows how to steer the ship.
Well, when I had the list made up, I told my wife, I'm like, write this shit down. I don't have time for this shit. And I'm listing all these songs. And I was like, how many songs is that? She goes, 21. And I'm like, well, fuck, we can't do just. But I'll mention my 21 songs. So, like, if we have like an honorable mention, my 21st song, and if I remember correctly, you do not like this song, Ralph, but I do. And that is Douchebag Blues,
I never
which is
said
a.
I never said I disliked that song. I don't feel it's a song. It's
Oh,
just them
okay.
fucking around. But No, I think it's funny. I don't dislike it.
Okay. All right. Well, that would be my honorable mention. I love Douchebag Blues, and I always think fondly because that was like the outro to the videos in the Raw was them playing Douchebag Blues, and I just thought it was funny. It was different, um, and I dig it. You know, I think it's a great song. That's my honorable mention. Do you have an honorable mention, Ralph? Before we
No,
get to our top 20?
no, no, but funny enough, I do have 21 songs, but one of the songs out of 21 I'm not adding to the list. And it's actually, if I did add it to the list, it'd be my number one W.A.S.P song.
Wow.
But the reason I'm not adding it to the list, because man, it's so far from W.A.S.P music, it's ridiculous. So that's why I'm not.
Well, can you tell us? That's kind of,
Yeah,
you know, your
I'll tell you when
piece.
we're done. I'll say what's really number one. I'll tell you then.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, Ralph, then go ahead. What's your number 20 on the
Now, hey,
top 20 Wasp
let's
songs?
do five at a time.
Okay.
Where did I put my notepad? Right
I
here.
don't know.
All right. And number 20 off the Crimson Idol. The gypsy meets the boy. Now, this song actually was originally called, I think, For Whom the Bell Tolls or Lake of Fire or some shit. It was a B-side for Headless Children. And
Yeah. No, it was better when it was called For Whom the Bell Tolls. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it, dude. I love what they did on the Crimson Idol. I think it's way better on here. And it
Okay.
makes my top 20, you know. There's
Okay.
not a lot of Crimson Idol on my list, but that's one of them.
Okay.
All right, number 19. This one should be higher. This song fucking smokes. And it's a deep track. Man Eater from Headless Children. Holy wooey. That's heavy metal at its finest. This is what should have followed the first album. Songs like Man Eater. And number 18, another one from Crimson Idol. All right, Crimson Idol, they're kind of low on the list, but whatever. And it's the ballad, Hold On to My Heart. I love it.
Ooh.
I think it's a gorgeous song. I love Blackie's vocals. Sure, it's not as good as, what's the name of the goddamn song? Only Love Will Make You Cry. What was the name of that song, dude?
Which one? Are you talking about Every
Only
Mother's Nightmare?
Yeah, Only Love Will Make You
Love
Cry.
will make you blind.
Yeah, it's not as good as that, but still, you know. Well, all right. That title, dude.
It's terrible.
Love will make you blind. I was thinking love will make you cry. It's a different play.
That's you. The better title would have been "This Song Should Make You Ashamed."
Yeah.
Would have been better.
You think about it. Love will make you cry is a little more realistic, you know, because you do cry if love goes the wrong way. But come on, Stevie Wonder, you turn into Stevie Wonder because of love? I doubt that for a fucking second. Fuck that song. Hold on to our heart. That one's a good one. All right, and number 17. This should be much higher, and it's the first one from the first album that I'm mentioning. I Want to Be Somebody. It should be higher, but there's so many off the first album that's much higher. All right, at number 16, this one's awesome. Deep track. I'm Alive off Inside the Electric Circus. Damn you, holy man alive. Yeah. Fuck yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My first 5.
All right, all right. Where's mine? Okay.
Right at 20.
And bear with me. I got to look here because I had my wife I just listed off a bunch of songs and then I fucking numbered them. Okay, my number 20 is a B-side from Last Command called Savage. I love Savage. Fucking great song. Kick ass. It's one I predicted to be much higher, but as I was listening to these songs all the way through, it dropped down a little bit, but I still love it. My,
Since you like that song, can I reenact what I think of it? Since you like it,
go ahead.
Such a faggot.
You don't like Savage? Yeah, I know you like Savage, you motherfucker. You're just being
Ancient,
counterproductive.
ancient Chinese secret.
All right, my number 19. Um, and again, this is something I thought would be much higher, but it's weird, and still, I really feel like we did this. So, you listeners, I would love you, motherfucker. We got some nerds out there that will say like, "Hey, last time you listed it, you listed this song at this
Oh yeah,
position."
yeah. We changed our mind. Fuck you. You changed
Yeah,
your
do it.
mind as well. People
Yeah,
think that you're supposed to like the same shit in the same order the rest of your life. You're fucking stoned. You'd change your mind too if you did a top 10 W.A.S.P from back then and you don't rewatch it so you can cheat and say it now. It'd be different. Fucking you
yeah.
fucking dickhead jelly cake.
Dickhead Jelly Cake. I saw that video the other day.
That's my new
and
thing.
and remember that and replay this clip when Ralph gives me shit about liking fucking one fucking Man of War song and then not liking them later. So remember, you can change your mind, kids. All right. Anyway, my number 19 is the title track from the second album, Last Command.
Oh no, that faggoty shit right there.
I love it.
That's being honest.
I love now. That's one. As I'm listening to it, I'm thinking about Ralph because Ralph is always like, I don't like the whoa woes. I
Yeah.
don't, But I loved it, and I'm thinking to him like, God damn, this sounds like some Twisted Sister shit. With the fucking gay ass chorus. Because Twisted Sister, I love Twisted Sister. They got some gay ass shit. Uh, and this sounds like a Twisted Sister song to me, but I still love it. For the last time, whoa, whoa, that's some Twisted Sister shit. But I still love this fucking song. My number 18. Again, hold on, I gotta start switching some fucking videos here. I download all this. I spend hours. This is what people don't understand. I download all these fucking different videos or different fucking pictures. Ah, damn it. Now I'm fucking up. Um, and I fucking try to make a better picture and all this shit. Hold on. What am I doing here? Okay, get rid of this. And then I go to this. Oh, why is it going to that? I don't know.
Can you finish your goddamn list and then do it while I'm saying my list?
Okay, bye. All right.
Oh,
So
by the
anyway,
way, and a lot of people don't know this, but I spent a long time taking pictures of people's record collection.
oh, I hear you.
Yeah, every
All right.
episode I got somebody's different collection behind me.
All right. So number 18. Uh, Now this is something I saw in some interviews where Blackie Lawless said this song was like record label pressure on him. And they made him change it from its original vision, and his original vision was much better. And I've listened to the original version, and it sucks dick. This version I love, and that is the song "Cries in the Night" off of Last Command. It was originally called "Mr. Cool."
Yeah, that was from the sister band.
Right, and I have the sister demo, and I listened to it, and I was like, okay, because I was all excited when I, got my hands on the sister demo. I was like, well, if he thinks it's better than that, let me hear it. It sucks.
There's actual video of him playing it too. The sister band playing that song.
Yeah, I don't have the video. I have the audio. But to me, Mr. Cool sucks. I love Cries in the Night. I think it's a great one.
Fag.
Yeah, right?
I
Love the
love,
dick.
I love Cries in the Night. That's why I love that song. Love will make you cry.
In the night. All
Oh,
right, my number 17 is a cover song, but I think this band not only does the song, 1,000 times better, they make it their own. And that is the studio track off the live album Screamin' Till You Like It. I love this fucking track. Originally done by, I think it was Rough Cut, wrote this.
I don't know, but it's in the movie Trick or Treat, the original version, whoever did it.
Right, right. The original is the Rough Cut version.
No, I don't think
And
it's Rough Cut though. I don't
really?
think so. I don't think it's Rough Cut. I like Rough Cut a lot. I would like that. I would know that if
Right,
it was down.
right. Well, they did this for Ghoulies 2. And I'll never forget watching this video on fucking MTV and fucking loving it. And my favorite fake album of all time, fake live album, is Live in the Raw. And when I think of fake live albums, you know, Ralph and I have talked about this at nauseum. We love albums that have been touched up. There's, Unleashed in the East, which allegedly all the vocals were re-recorded. There's Kiss Alive,
There's
allegedly.
UFO,
Yeah.
Strangers in the Night,
No,
Motorhead.
yeah.
It-
But to me, when I think of like fake live albums, there's three that really come to mind, and that's this one, Slayer's Live Undead, and Typo Negative's Origin of Feces, that are straight up just like fucking fake. Like there's nothing live. It's all a fucking sham.
well, I think the Slayer one was live with just a bunch of people inside the studio yelling. I
Right,
think,
right. But what I'm saying, it's not like in a auto.
it's not it's not a concert.
Right, right. The same thing with the Typo Negative live album, and the same thing with this. I don't think there's one thing live about this. I think this is all created in the studio. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. I love Live in the Raw. Fucking phenomenal. And I love this track, even though this is a studio track. I think it's awesome. All right, number 17, or that was 17. Scream Till You Like It. All right, 16 is the title track to Inside the Electric Circus. Love this album. I talked about it earlier. Bought it the same day I did fucking Somewhere in Time. I discovered this band because of, what was the first single off of that? I Don't Need No Doctor. Love it. I think it's a very underrated W.A.S.P album. I'll take Inside the Electric Circus. I know a very unpopular opinion. I'll take it over Headless Children if you go song for song. I think like the best on Headless Children beats the best on this, but song for song, I'll take Inside the Electric Circus over Headless Cross. So there you go. All right, that's my 20 through 16. All right, Ralph, start at your 15.
Number 15, faggot.
There you go. You
That
fag.
song should have made fucking Last Command. Come on, that shit fucking blows away almost every song on that fucking. Let me think about it. Yeah, I think Widowmaker's the only song I like more. Is it? No, there's two songs I like more. But I love Savage. Savage fucking rules. I should have pulled out. I have all the singles, and I put them all in my right up here. My W.A.S.P box has them all. All right, love Savage. All right, I believe this may be the last entrance from Crimson Idol, the best song on Chainsaw Charlie. That song fucking rips. It's heavy. It's awesome. It's unfortunate the rest of the album ain't that good. Chainsaw Charlie. All right, number 13, talking about that fake live album. Boy, do I love me harder, faster. That song fucking rules. It rules.
Fake as fuck too, man.
I wish I could hear that without the audience noise. But also in the middle of the song, Harder Faster, where it kind of like tones down a bit. It's got that cool live feel to it though that I like. You know, a little mellow part, or where they slow down the part. Harder, faster, fucking rules. It's classic Wasp. That's first album Wasp right there. That's fuck like a beast Wasp. All right. At number 10, 12, On Your Knees. First song I saw him play live. They opened the show with On Your Knees. Both times I saw him with Randy Piper. They opened the show with On Your Knees. Fucking classic. All right. At number 11, Ball Crusher off of Last Command is fucking awesome. Again, that song could have fit perfectly on the first album, you know? Drank all my JD. She went and hijacked my brand new car. I see AC. She says DC. The damn bitch is just too bizarre. Fuck yeah.
Bye, Ball Crusher.
Fucking awesome. All right, that's it, right? I can't go into
right.
10 yet. Yeah, that's it. Ball Crusher, my number 11.
All right, my number 15. I think this might be their first official single, if you don't count Animal, is I Want to Be Somebody. Love this one. It's a classic song. I'm kind of burned out on it, but I still love it. And I love, like, if it can be believed, what's on the home video. He says the inspiration for this was he's watching Barney Miller, you know, and there's a part where Wojciechowicz, you know, is writing this book about being a cop called Bob, or Blood on the Badge. And he's getting ready to promote the book, and he has to go out on a call. And he's like, damn it, I just want to be somebody. And Blackie said that inspired him so much, that's why he wrote it.
You know what's funny about that? There's two
that?
Barney Miller references in that home video.
Oh yeah, when
Johnny
Rod plays it on bass.
Yeah.
Oh, and one of the best fucking theme songs ever to a TV show.
Oh yeah, one of the greatest bass lines ever.
Oh, dum 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 dum.
Yeah, it should rule.
Fucking awesome. I'm sorry, Johnny Rod should be able to fuck some kids if he can play it that good. That's what I think. You know. Anyway, I love I Want to Be Somebody.
Dude,
I'm a little bit burnt.
Dude, it was young kids too. It was like 8 and 9-year-old.
That's fucked up.
Not that 14 and 15 is good, but 8 or 9, god damn, dude.
Okay, that's fucked up. Okay, never mind. Never mind. But no, I Want to Be Somebody. I love it. Yes, I'm a little burned out on it. Probably should be higher on my list, but there is the burnout factor, but I love it. Okay, so that's 15. What's my 14? Is their amazing cover. This is how I discovered W.A.S.P in the first place. Their amazing cover of I Don't Need No Doctor. Which is funny because a lot of people are like, oh, you're covering Humble Pie. And technically they're covering Humble Pie's cover, but the original is Ashford and Simpson, you know, who wrote this song. There's many, Ray Charles did a version of this. A lot of people, you know, I don't think like Ashford and Simpson, who like people know like Solid as a Rock, you know,
that's not the only artist that Ray Charles borrowed from.
Oh no, I know, but what I'm saying is the actual songwriters are Ashford and Simpson, but and Simpson.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Ray Charles did a great version of the song "Love Will Make You Blind." That band wrote it. What was the name again? That band?
Every Mother's Nightmare.
Every Mother's Nightmare wrote that song for Ray Charles.
But it's on par with Hurricane Alice's and Rhino Bucket's cover.
Shark Island.
Yeah, Shark Island. Figs. Shark Island coming up on Freeform Podcast. Albums Unleashed.
Oh boy,
All right,
Devil
but no,
on.
I don't need no doctor. That's what got me here in the first place. I still love it. I still love their cover. Um, it's kind of once you hear the Humble Pie live version, you're kind of like, okay, never mind. But as a kid who never heard the Humble Pie version, hearing the W.A.S.P version was fucking amazing. And then I go to 13 and I go to, well, I'm not even going to change the picture because it is this album. Off the Last Command, Widowmaker. And this is one I initially thought was going to be a lot higher today in my pick. But I was listening to some other shit and it kind of fell. Like I still love Widowmaker, but it kind of dropped. But I still love it. I mean, it's in my top 20 W.A.S.P songs. All right, the number 12 is either their first or second single. I'm still confused. LOVE. All I Need's My Love Machine. Love that fucking track. Fucking amazing. I mean, what else can you say about it? Where's 11? Oh, 11. Okay. This is interesting. My number 11 is my only song on this list that was released after the Headless Children. And it comes off the album Unholy Terror, which I don't believe Chris Holmes played guitar on at all.
No, he
There's
didn't.
there's a lot of talk about what Chris Holmes played and what he didn't play, on his second, tier in the band. He first came back during Kill Fuck Die, the Eldorado album, and then Unholy Terror. In some interviews, he says, I didn't play it all on Unholy Terror. On other interviews, he said, I played on none of those albums other than the live album, Double Winged Assassins.
Great
But it
live
does.
album. That's a great live album.
Oh, I love it. I love it. As much as I love.
I like the songs on Kill Fuck Die more on that live album.
Oh yeah, and I'm a Kill Fuck Die fan, but live, 1,000 times better. But here's typical fucking why Blackie Lawless is such a fucking douchebag, and to me it makes all the sense in the world that he's a born again Christian and a fucking maggot. After the first album, he's on the cover. He's the only guy on the cover of Last Command. He's the only guy on the cover of Inside the Electric Circus. On Double Winged Assassins, there's a picture of Blackie Lawless and then like all four of the members who were in the band at that time. Then they re-release it and then they erase all that and it's only Blackie Lawless. What a fucking douche. He is the biggest fucking douchebag in fucking metal. I think. I love his voice. I love all this shit, but he is the biggest fucking piece of shit. But anyway, this is my only song that comes after Headless Cross. It's off of Unholy Terror, and it's an amazing song called Charisma. Love it. Love it. Love his vocals. Love the song structure. To me, after Headless Cross, everything was a copy of a copy of a copy. This is something that's unique. Sounds great. Don't care if Chris is on it or not. It's a great one. But I love me some Charisma. So, Ralph, take your 10 through 6.
All right, before I get into that, Charisma didn't make my list, but that would be probably the best song he did in a later career. I will say that.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I didn't add any covers, and they have some amazing covers. I Don't Need a Doctor is an amazing cover. I love Painted Black. That's an amazing cover. It didn't make my
Yeah.
Locomotive Breath from Death Row Toll. They do a great cover of that.
Yeah.
Somebody to Love from Jefferson Airplane, I like his version more than the original.
Really?
But
Okay.
then, yeah, I didn't like Whole Lot of Rosie and Long Way to the Top. There was a couple other stinkers covers, but those covers I just talked about, they're all fucking great. And then there's like Flesh and Fire. That B side didn't make my list. That's a cool song, you know?
Yeah, I like Flesh and Fire.
Yeah, there's plenty of songs that didn't make my list, but those are honorable mentions. All right, number 10. Oh man, Restless Gypsy. What a hidden gem is that song on that album. Definitely, I think the best song, is it? I don't think I put anything on this album above that one off of Inside the Electric Circus. Restless Gypsy is just fucking amazing. It's just an amazing track. Almost too good for that album, if you ask me. Next, the popular one, Animal Fuck Like a Beast. I love the fuck out of that song, man. Very nostalgic, but also, God, it was so hardcore in 1984 when I had that single, and listening, I fuck like a beast, nail your ass to the sheets, and all this shit. Fucking awesome. Sleazy metal personified. Probably the greatest sleazy metal song ever is Fuck Like a Beast. At number 8, Sleeping in the Fire off the first album. Because it's got, that song has Lucifer's Magic. And right there, you can't go wrong with Lucifer's Magic. Hell yeah, Sleeping in the Fire. Number 7, another one from the first album. Hellion. You want to talk about fucking rip-roaring, probably the heaviest song on the album? Oh no, it's probably the second heaviest. The heaviest is number 1 on my list. But Hellion's right. And then last, this is the latest song that you'll find on my list. Still Not Black Enough, a song called I Can't. Have you ever heard the song I Can't, Ian?
Yes, yes.
That song is fucking amazing, man. I
I'm
mean,
glad you like it.
gut wrenching. I can't fuck. I can't. I'm one bizarre motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with me? And those screams, fucking amazing tune. That is my number 6. All right, there you go.
All right. All right. Well, my number 10 is the opening track off a Headless Cross, which is The Heretic.
No, it's not. It's called The Gates of Hell. You're talking about Headless
Okay.
Children. Headless Children.
All right. I love The Heretic. I fucking great fucking song. What a way to start off that album, which, in my opinion, is very overrated.
I will say, and that song didn't make my list, and I do love the song. There's a big Iron Maiden influence in that song, and Stigwood was managing him, so
Yes.
I hear a lot of Maiden in that song.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I agree, but I love the song.
I love it too.
And my number 9 also comes off that album, which is the title track, The Headless Children. Love this one. And again, such fond memories of riding my bike to Chicago Records, in my hometown of Kankakee, Illinois, waiting for the store to open on the day this shit was released so I could buy this. When shit came in the long box and all that shit, and I got there like 15 minutes early and waited for him to open up the fucking doors and all that shit so I could go in. I mean, that's just great fucking memories. My number 8 comes off. Time to switch the video. Comes off this up. If I can find a good picture. There we go. Last in command. My number 8 is Blind in Texas. Love this fucking one. Love this one. I remember, again, I came into this band with Inside the Electric Circus. Love that album so much. This is the era of Columbia Records, the 11 cassettes for 9 cents kind of shit. So I'm like ordering all this shit, and I get those, and I ordered, this one. I ordered the first Wasp album, and in hindsight, well, back then, Last Command became my favorite album, and much like Ralph would always talk about, like, for years and years, his favorite Maiden album was Killers, and then he changed his mind, and it became the first album. That's how I was for years and years. It was Last Command was everything. And then it became the first Wasp album. And to this day and to right now, the first Wasp album is my favorite. But when I was growing up and for fucking 20 years after that, it was Last Command. But Blind in Texas, man. I mean, it's just awesome. The video's awesome. Everything's awesome about it. It's a great. I mean, can you imagine seeing a Wasp and they don't play Blind in Texas? But then again, you go see Wasp. Who knows? He's probably it's going to be part of a medley. And then he's going to talk about Jesus Christ. So fuck Blackie Lawless. Number six.
You always have to throw in that little negative jive. I love the song, but fuck Blackie.
Oh, I do. But, I mean, Blackie's an asshole.
Yeah, I know, man, but fuck, man. Whatever, dude. You like saying it. I know it. I've said it once or twice.
You've had worse reactions with Blackie than I have.
I know, right? I'm the one he wanted to kick my ass and shove a camera up my ass.
Right. And hey, I got thrown out of a Wasp show too. But it wasn't Blackie's fault, It was my fault. Anyway, my number 6 is, where's my number? Wild Child. Wild Child. I love this song. As legend has it, this was something that Blackie wrote and he presented to Nikki Sixx for Motley Crue. And Nikki Sixx said, come on, Vince can't sing this shit. And I think he's right. I mean, if legend is right, I mean, come on. Vince couldn't sing this shit. Only Blackie could sing this shit. And as much shit as I talk about, what a piece of shit fucking Blackie Lawless is, his voice is fucking amazing. And his voice is amazing on this song. Absolutely love it. I get why it was the lead single. I get why it's a classic to this day. I mean, it's Wild Child, man. It's fucking amazing. I love it. Ralph, go into your top 5.
All right. At number 5, The Headless Children. Fuck yeah. Best song on that album. That song rips. It's an amazing song. Again, honorable mentions. I love fucking Mean Man. I like Thunderhead. It's got a lot of cool songs, man. They make my list. 95 Nasty. I like that tune. But they didn't make my list. But yeah, I love the Headless Children. I also love the Headless Cross. All right, at number 4, Widowmaker. Best song off fucking The Last Command. Total amazing. I saw him play that twice, actually. I saw W.A.S.P like in the late 90s. This was after he wanted to kick my ass. And I saw him at a casino. And he played Widowmaker that night, which was awesome. Then the next time he came, I opened for him. All right. Widowmaker at number 4. At number 3, Love Machine. Everything about the song. And to me, Tony Richards is definitely the VIP of the song. It's inventive. It's amazing. Killer drumming. That's why he's my favorite drummer in W.A.S.P, because of his inventiveness, not his technical shit. It's what he came up with. And Love Machine has this, it connects with me, that killer drumming. All right, number 2, what ends the first album? Torture Never Stops. Fucking awesome. Amazing song. Total Metal. What a great ending to a great album. Torture Never Stops at number two. And my number one W.A.S.P song of all time is Tormentor. That song rules in every aspect. That is so metal, it's sickening. With the opening, with the chains and shit, and the heaviness, and Blackie's bass playing, and his killer vocals, but you can still do that shit today. That's my number one. But my real number one, I'm going to tell you after Ian gives us his top five.
All right. Well, as I get ready to go on my top five, I realize I'm so drunk I forgot to mention my number seven. My number seven was Animal. Uh, I love this song. I get why it's so important in their career. Killer fucking song. Love Animal. All right, now we go into my top five. My number five, Sleeping in the Fire. In my opinion, a perfect fucking ballad. And I'm not the ballad guy, but this hits on all cylinders. It's even better than Love Can Make You Blind. That's how good. Yeah, that's how good it is. I love Sleeping in the Fire. Fucking amazing. My number four is not an album track, but a B-side. And in fact, the B-side to Animal, Show No Mercy. God damn, it's fucking metal as fuck. I love that fucking song. And I'll never forget having, I think when I first got it, as like years after I was into W.A.S.P, finally on CD I could get the Animal single, and it came like in a little cardboard box, and all it was Animal and Show No Mercy, and I was like, oh fuck, I loved them both, but like looking back in hindsight, I was much more into Show No Mercy, man. Love that fucking track. My number four. Number three comes off the self-titled album, and that is Hellion. Oh my God, do I love Hellion. And, you know, another thing that really pisses me off is Ralph says, I'm a fucking hater. And I am when it comes to W.A.S.P. Because they were the kings of, like, the medleys. Like, I'm going to play a couple seconds of this and I'm going to play a couple seconds of that. But I'm going to play something off of fucking Crimson Idol in its entirety. Go fuck yourself. This is a song that should be played in its fucking entirety. It's fucking Hellion. It's way better than anything you did after Chris Holmes left. You fucking piece of shit. Jesus freak Trump loving fuck. Fuck you, Blackie Lawless. You cocksucker. Number two. On Your Knees. God damn. And this is one that would always be in the medley section. You want to talk about a song that deserves all its fucking own space. It's fucking On Your Knees. It's metal as fuck. It's fucking, I don't know, to me, it's everything that makes W.A.S.P great. Because they had that tightrope between glam rock and fucking metal, and that was a great thing about W.A.S.P. They had like this whole, like, okay, we got this show about us that's like Kiss, but it's like darker than Kiss, you know, and we're metal, you know, but we're not Slayer, you know, but we're not Dokken either. I mean, there was this whole like gray area that W.A.S.P. just filled up, but they filled it up fucking perfect. And how do you disrespect this song by putting it in a fucking medley? You know, get the fuck out of here. It's fucking on.
I love that song, but they put it in a medley now. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that's like
Doesn't matter that I love the song.
Right, but that's
put a medley. Fuck them.
Well, that's like Led Zeppelin doing a show and like, okay, here's 2 minutes of Kashmir, and then we're gonna go into the grunge, you know, like shut the fuck, get the fuck out of here, you know. Number one song is the same as this prick's right here. God damn it. Tormentor. Is there a better fucking W.A.S.P song? I think not. How do you fucking... Let's find a good Tormentor picture here. See if I can find one that's worthy of this amazing song. What do we got here? What do we got here? This is a Tormentor fucking picture. There you
That's
go.
the best lineup right there.
There you go. But I mean seriously, like Tormentor, just fucking, and you can't even say it like Tormentor is the name of the song, but you got to say Tormentor, Tormentor. You know, it's like so fucking metal, and so good. But just the visuals, everything adds up. That is W.A.S.P to me. Like when somebody plays W.A.S.P, that is what I hear in my head. That is, it's not, gay ass fucking, the Neon Giant or whatever the fuck it is, or stupid ass Crimson Idol, fucking bullshit, bad fucking Who ballads. It's Tormentor. That is fucking W.A.S.P to me. And that's the W.A.S.P I'll remember and I'll take to my grave. It's not the W.A.S.P that, Blackie Lawless is going to take to his grave because he's a piece of shit,
All right, I'll give you my number one, though it is not, it's on a W.A.S.P album, but I do not consider it a W.A.S.P song. It's far from a W.A.S.P song.
Okay.
And I think it's the greatest ballad ever written, along with How Deep Is Your Love by the, How Deep Is Your Love?
Is this off Still Not Black Enough?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a song called Keep Holding On. But it's not a W.A.S.P song. I can't, we're talking about W.A.S.P. I can't bring up that song because that song is like, saying Beth is the best Kiss song. Even if you think Beth is the best Kiss song, you don't put it at number one because it's not a Kiss song. You know what I mean?
Does this song remind you of Guns N' Roses Girl?
No, of course not. It reminds me of the girl that I was. I don't want to talk about a girl that died, bro.
Not the Queensryche girl.
Yeah, her.
All right. See, I can't give you shit about that. God damn it.
Yeah, but whatever, man. It's a beautiful, heart-wrenching song that, my God, it's like, I can't believe the greatest ballad ever written in my life was by Blackie Lawless. That prick. Yeah, I'm sure if he played Keep Holding On live, he'd throw it in a melody. That asshole.
I can't give you shit on principle, but I want to.
That's all right, man. You can give me shit. And it's not like, oh, well, Ian thinks that I shouldn't like that song anymore. Durr.
Well, no, I mean, if it's got that kind of sentimental value to you, I can't shit on that, I don't think the song is that good. But I mean, if it means that much to you and there's that kind of fucking attachment to it, I feel bad.
I can't believe Blackie wrote that. Those lyrics are so torturous. Like, it doesn't match Blackie Lawless's songwriting at all.
Well, what I love is like he did like an album I do like, but I listened to it today and I was like, I didn't like it as much as I remember liking it. Was Kill Fuck Die. And that was all about, he was so angry because he had a girlfriend that left him for another woman and he lost his shit, and that's when he got Chris Holmes back. And there's debate on whether Chris Holmes played on the album and shit like that.
Yeah,
but if you listen to
if you want to talk about, how you always go into your spiel, how, Alice Cooper chased trends, Kiss chased.
Oh yeah,
W.A.S.P made those guys look like rookies with that Industrial album. Come on, that is the biggest trend hop I've seen since Rob Halford did 2.
Oh, no. I will say that, but I was listening to it today, and that's something I wanted to bring up and talk to you about. because that was like a trend that I was there for, and I totally saw when all these artists I like jumped on the industrial trend. Danzig did it with Danzig 5. Cooper did it with Brutal Planet. W.A.S.P did it with Kill Fuck Die. And like I was in the scene long enough that I saw that trend, and it must have been, for you, what it was like when you saw like Priest do Turbo and Ozzy do Ultimate Sin, and all these bands would like when they went cock rock, and it was so obvious for you, where when I joined these bands, I joined on those albums. So it wasn't like a big change for me, but I just saw it so like fucking like, oh God, this is so obvious and so blatant. I will say out of all those, the one I enjoyed the most was the Cooper Brutal Planet. I do love Brutal Planet. But like seeing all these other people like jump on this, like, oh my God, it's so obvious and it's so desperate. And so like, oh, fake, and I get that why you fucking hate Turbo, why you hate fucking Ultimate Sin, Somewhere in Time, all these ones where these bands change, because you were there before and you saw that where I was, this was my version of the the cock rock era.
You knew what I felt like when Metallica changed.
Oh yeah. No, when I bought these albums, I'm like, what the fuck? But I remember like when I first bought, because I bought every from fucking Live in the Raw. I bought every W.A.S.P album the day it came out until I think Eldorado was the last one that I bought the day it came out. When they got to was it Detonator? It was one of those like I couldn't even find it. That's how bad a W.A.S.P was.
Oh yeah, they were imports.
Yeah, you couldn't get that at fucking Best Buy, which by that time the record stores were closed. You had to go to Best Buy, but it was right around the time where you could find the shit on the internet. And I listened to it and I'm like, this is fucking horrible. And as we were doing this, I knew we were doing this today. I was like, let me go back and listen to some of those like later day fucking W.A.S.P albums and give it a chance. And I listened to their last like studio album. I mean, they did the re-recording of the fucking horrible Crimson Idol shit.
That should suck.
Yeah. But the last like studio album they did was this one called Golgotha.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was so fucking horrible.
Yep.
And so far removed from the W.A.S.P that I knew, that I grew up with. But to be fair, it wasn't that much different than the two that came before that. Or remember that horrible Neon God double fucking shit? I mean, terrible.
Fucking horrible.
And the first time I saw W.A.S.P live, unfortunately, was on the Neon God tour. But it's kind of like when you talk about like, anybody going to see this latest fucking, what's the Canada band? Triumph. Yeah. It's like, going to see that and saying you saw Triumph. Like, I saw W.A.S.P, but I don't feel like I ever saw W.A.S.P. And I saw him twice, but it was like Neon God and then the next one. So I don't feel like I ever saw W.A.S.P. like you saw W.A.S.P.
I saw W.A.S.P, but unfortunately without Tony Richards.
Right. And I never saw him with Chris Holmes. So I don't feel like I ever saw W.A.S.P. I feel like I saw the Blackie Lawless experience, and it was that. And that's what it was. It was like the shit I wanted to hear was a medley, and then a bunch of shit that I could give two fucks about, and then to know about like how he treated you, threatening your ass when you got kicked out. Uh, the whole shit between Blackie and Motorhead when they toured together. The whole shit about all the drama when his fucking stupid ass, fat ass mic stand couldn't fit in the fucking stage. It's like that sucks. Because to me, like I said, you can talk all this shit. I think Blackie Lawless one of the best vocals in metal ever. You know, but his ego, like he thinks he's Pete Townsend, but he's Bobby Dahl. And for him to make fun of fucking like bass players, it's like, get the fuck out of here. When he tries to like think like, oh, I'm Pete Townsend, I'm gonna do a concept album. Dude, you look fucking retarded. You look fucking, stay in your fucking lane. But what was even worse is when he tried to go back to that Eldorado. What did you listen to Eldorado?
Fucking terrible.
Fucking terrible. But I mean, you can listen like lyrically and musically. You can see like he's trying to go back to like Last Command in the first album.
To me, Eldorado is like Death Magnetic, just trying to relive the old.
Oh, but it's like Dirty Balls and I mean it.
Stupid.
Oh, yeah, so stupid, so stupid. But if he just would have stayed in his lane, but
hey man,
you know.
whatever, dude. He released some classic shit in the '80s. So what if his later shit sucks? It doesn't take away Tormentor. It doesn't take away all the good shit. My top 20 and honorable mentions. The guy did enough good shit back in the day. All right, he sucks now, but just about everybody does. It's very rare. There's a Deep Purple out there that still releases quality shit if you've been around for decades. So W.A.S.P is like your Motley Crues and you name it. All these fucking bands that, now and then release an album that's garbage compared to their classic shit. And W.A.S.P falls, not even W.A.S.P, Blackie falls in that category.
Would you put W.A.S.P above Motley Crue?
Yes. As far as their newer music, even Golgotha, I'll put it above Motley Crue. The Dirt and shit like that.
That's bad.
It's really bad.
No, I agree with you, but I mean, I think you're right.
Yeah, his later shit is shitty as it is. I mean, Blackie Lawless commits plagiarism against himself a lot. Like, there's several songs that sound like Wild Child. There's several that sound like I Want to Be Somebody.
I know.
He copies himself on these later albums.
And that's one of those funny things, like, I didn't even realize until you see, like, people who have YouTube channels, where they'd bring up, like, listen to this riff versus this riff. And I'm like, holy fuck. Like to my ear, I might not have noticed it, but people pointed out, I'm like, holy fuck. And he's done that in nauseum since fucking, keep grabbing them balls.
Oh, man, I'm itchy all of a sudden.
But since Headless Children, he's ripped himself off over and over.
Yeah. He's lost it, man. He's lost it. But you know what? He's still got
his voice still sounds good though. I'll give him that.
And he can still play to like 1,000 people a night. He's doing all right, man.
Hey, let me ask you. I can't remember. I know I probably asked you this earlier, but fuck it, I'm a drunk. You saw him when they did the tour with Armored Saint, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you went to that.
No, it didn't come here. Armored Saint didn't come here till 19. Later. Yeah. Because they toured in the 80s with Armored Saint. I didn't see them then. But yeah, I did see the last time I saw W.A.S.P, Armored Saint open, yes.
Right. Did they still do the medley shit, or did he do the songs in their entirety?
He did a Crimson Idol medley. I remember that.
Oh God, yeah. Well, that deserves a medley.
That's it. He didn't do, as far as I remember, he only did a Crimson Idol medley.
All right. Well, you think about your pick of the week. I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back.
Hey, I gotta pick something. All right, I'm gonna pick something, and then we're gonna have Ian make me pick. All right. So let's go right here. Ah, yeah. I love this album, man. I already see it from afar. Is it what I think it is? Yes, it is. I freaking love it. This is Hardwired to Self-Destruct, and I am not one of these Metallica tards. Actually, I think this is the best album they've done since Master of Puppets. I'm not a fan of From Justice On, though Justice has a song called Blackened that's better than anything on this album, but I think this album is better than Justice overall. Spit Out the Bone being my favorite. I love the title track Atlas Rise, Now That We're Dead. Halo of Fire is fucking awesome. I even love Murder One. This is an amazing fucking album, and yeah, I'm glad I picked this one. And if Ian comes back right now, I won't have to pick another one. So that's it. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Then they released the album after that, 72 Seasons. I had I had very high hopes. And look, I have it right here. It's kind of peeking out. I gotta thank my friend J-Man for getting me that. But this is the one I picked, Ian. Um,
Oh,
like
you
I
like
said,
that album?
yeah, I love this album. I think it's a great album, and I'm
You
gonna,
like it or you love it? Which
I
one?
love it. I love it, and
Okay.
I'm gonna play it now after we're done.
Where would you put that in their discography?
I think it's their best since Master of Puppets.
Okay.
I said it already. I said I don't think there's a song on there as good as Blackened, but overall, I think it's a better album than Justice.
And so I need to listen to it again. I haven't listened to it since it came out, but the only one that like sticks out in my brain, like I remember, is Spit Out the Bone.
That's the best song on there.
I fucking love Spit Out the Bone. That I would put up against old Metallica. But to be honest, or wait a minute. What's the other one? Moth to a Flame. I like that one too.
Malta Flame, Atlas
Yeah.
Rise, Halo of Fire. A lot of good songs on there.
Yeah. I like that. Definitely better than 72 Seasons.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Well, now my pick of the week. I know you hate it when I do this, but I do have two picks of the week. Um,
Well, I don't hate it anymore because I'm not playing the songs anymore under it.
okay. Well, there you go. Okay. So my first pick of the week, I'm keeping it with W.A.S.P. And something, if you're just a casual W.A.S.P. fan, something I think you should check out is Live in the Raw. Not a very live album. Oh, you got it on vinyl too? Go
Oh,
grab it.
I have it on vinyl, but I was gonna grab something else.
Okay.
It came in the box then.
But no, I love Live in the Raw. Really good fucking album. Fake as fuck, but it sounds good. And I guess at the end of the day, that's what's really important. Does it sound good? Is it something you want to listen to over and over? Live in the Raw is definitely one of those I could listen to over and over. But if I had to go pick of the week, and it's something I know that Ralph has, that this lucky son of a, I don't know if you bought it for yourself or a fan bought it for you, but either way, you got it, and you're a lucky motherfucker. I finally got my hands on the full 7 disc version of the Thin Lizzy, the Fighting and Nightlife EP. Wow, is that good? But the one thing, my one bitch about that, and I don't know if you noticed this, Ralph, is that they have Nightlife. They have in both the original version and the 2005 remix.
Yeah, all on the same CD.
Right. But on Fighting, they only have half the album in the remix.
Yeah.
I don't get that. And they don't remix my favorite song. Like if I had to pick one song like on this whole box set that is my favorite Thin Lizzy song is Spirit Slips Away. And that's not one of the ones they have a new remix version. I don't understand why the whole album wasn't redone. But Spirit Slips Away. Oh my God, is that a fucking incredible fucking Thin Lizzy track. Love that shit. And do you need me to send you a digital copy of this, or do you have it on digital already?
Didn't I just show you it? I have the physical copy.
No, I know you got the physical, but I know you like shit on your phone too. So
Yeah, you can send it. Yeah, sure.
okay, well I'll send it to you tonight. Okay,
All
because
right.
I sent it to Sinzak, so I wanted to, you know,
I do love live in the raw. I do love it, but man, I like this one even more.
good album.
Double Live Assassin is a very underrated Wasp album. This is where they do all the kill fuck die shit so much better because it's more live. It's
Yeah.
more raw. It's not as industrial sounding. This is a great, great, great album. Double Live Assassin Wasp.
Yeah. And again, I brought it up earlier, but I think it's just another shitty Blackie Lawless thing is when they redid that and put it out on vinyl, they changed the cover.
Yeah, you told us this already.
Yeah, that's terrible. But no, it does sound good. It's a good live album.
Yeah, but fuck him.
Exactly. All right. Well, now it's time to go into fan of the week. And Ralph, I'm gonna let you pick fan of the week. What you got here? Who do you like this week?
Mark Balding failure. That's not
even though he
I don't
even though
like,
he won't show up on our show.
I don't like that guy called Mark Alden Taylor that. That offends me. He is the fan of the week because I'll tell you why. Mark always listens. He always listens to us because we're always goofing on the guy and he always tells us of the things we say. So that guy is a fan. He listens to us all the time and check out his podcast. It's the America podcast and it's called Freeform Rock Podcast and you can hear it on Podbeam and in your sister's panties.
Yes.
Mark Alden
Yes.
Taylor, you are fan of the week, sir.
Much more popular than us. We were Valenzuela's podcast, but we got absorbed.
Yeah, then the American podcast came and kidnapped. We're gonna stand trial at Podbean.
All right. Well, if you've enjoyed this amazing episode, come back next week. We've got some.
By the way, Ian,
Okay.
there is no show next week. Actually,
Oh.
I should say this to you now. There's no more shows ever. This is my last appearance on the Rock and Metal Combat podcast because
Okay.
I am now running a daycare center in Minnesota.
Well, sounds like it's going to take a lot of time.
They're taking too much time, man. I bought a towel for my head. All right, so
Well,
hey, I gotta take a deuce.
it was a good run. We had a hell of a run.
Yeah, but anyway, no, I'll still be here because I'm sure somebody will fuck it up for me. Maybe I shouldn't wear the towel on my head. I'll probably get away with it doing that.
You should. That'd be hot.
Right on, everybody. So thanks for watching. Tune in next week and hear Ian bitch about some shit.
Smack him a gob.